disappointed me. I think I'm now out. Is that safe to say that now he's going to win this week?
No. Patrick Campbell's a great player. He is not playing great right now. He was so good and so hot.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with 1-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
A reputation for caring. A legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
It's time for the excitement of American Legion Baseball featuring the Berkeley Post-14 Hornets. Today's game is brought to you by
Trips Flooring, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Heffley Motor Company, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
And now let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10 broadcast team.
Good evening and welcome into P.O. Faulkner Park as we welcome into the countdown to first pitch, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini. as well as the Martinsburg baseball head coach Aaron Byler on the call here for American Legion baseball tonight as the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets play host to the Leesburg Post 34 Rangers. Good evening, guys. How you guys doing tonight? It's a very hot one here in Martinsburg.
Yeah, it is, but good to have baseball back at P.O. Faulkner Park. And this Legion team for Berkeley Post 14 Hornets and Leesburg's a very talented team as well. But, you know, to see these EPAC All-Stars, if you want to call them that, kind of all on the same team, I think sets up for a pretty cool and fun atmosphere for a team, and also a very talented team as well. So it'd be cool to see.
I think it is a lot cooler right now with the fan blowing on us than it was probably about 1 o'clock when I was mowing the grass. But, yeah, like you said, there's a lot of talent on this field tonight. You know, you take one look at the Leesburg lineup, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but they got D1 and D2 guys all up and down that lineup. And, you know, as Manager Tobin has said multiple times, you know, we kind of got our EPAC All-Star team out here today, so should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and leading the charge here on the mound for them is a guy that you're familiar with, Aaron and Caleb Edwards, who just joined the Hornets this week. Tell us a little bit about what you liked from the high school season from your pitcher.
Well, you know, Caleb was, you know, turned into our #1 guy all year, you know, so he threw on Friday night EPAC games, and he threw the first game of the sectional, and he threw the first game of the regional, and he's just the ultimate competitor. What worries me a little bit tonight is just, you know, how many days it's been since Caleb's actually pitched in a game. I know he's been doing his bullpens and, you know, doing his workout plan that he got from Penn State Greater Allegheny, where he's going to college. But, you know, sometimes a little bit different, throwing in the bullpen as opposed to throwing live games. So just hoping he can come out here and pound the zone early.
As we now look here, we'll take a 3-minute commercial break, and when we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets and Trip Tobin. Again, a 3-minute break back at the studio. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Advanced technology, compassionate care. That's what you get with WB Medicine General Surgery. Our expert team of board-certified surgeons at WB Medicine Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center combines state-of-the-art technology with patient-centered medical care. With 3 convenient locations, WB Medicine General Surgery offers a variety of robotic and laparoscopic surgery options, featuring revolutionary treatments resulting in better surgical outcomes and quicker recoveries. For appointments, call 304-596-2150.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Let's now go into our coaches interview portion of this countdown to first pitch, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body, and we'll now hear from the head coach of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets in Trip Tobin. First home game, you guys get to take on a tough Leesburg team. What have you seen from them this year?
Well, I haven't seen much from them this year. I've seen the roster. I mean, we've seen them last year 2 out of 3, or 3 times, and lost 2 out of 3 times. And we've seen their depth in the pitching, and we've certainly seen their ability to be a really hard outs. You know, they hit the ball really well. They're well coached. A lot of those kids are going to some great programs and/or coming back from it. So, just going to be a good baseball team to face. You know, it says a lot about our program when a program like that wants to come down and play. You know, good teams want to play good teams. So, we take it as a compliment that a team with that many D1 and D2 commits wants to come and play us. That certainly is a compliment. And I told our guys, you know, good teams want to play good teams, and I believe that they last year we played them, and we played them tough a couple games, and they told us afterwards that we were one of the tougher teams they had played and scrapped it out. So I told our guys, you know, we want to keep that competitive edge. We want to keep coming. We want to keep that teams like that coming here, keep playing teams like that. We want to keep challenging ourselves, and I think that'll make us better down the road.
Your team 5-2 on the season so far. What have you liked from them?
Well, you know, I like to see when they, you know, they really grinded it out over at Frederick against a really tough lefty going to St. Joe, and then, you know, the next pitcher came in the next game and just put up multiple hits. They're capable of exploding at any time. And then at the Morgantown tournament, like I said earlier today, we kind of played backwards, but they really played well. You know, 3 out of those 5 games, and then the 4th game, we got a good jump on Parkersburg. Started to, you know, falter there a little bit, lost some energy. A couple of guys got injured, but, you know, I just really like that they're coming together, their unity, holding each other accountable, and I think they all know what the common goal is. We have a big roster, so, you know, we and some guys are away, some guys are here tonight. As you can see, we've got plenty of personnel, so some really good, talented kids are going to be, you know, not on the field at certain times, and that's something they're not used to, but they're embracing their roles, and I really enjoy that about them.
Edwards joins your team, now gets his first start this season. What are you hoping to see from him today?
Well, we're hoping to see exactly what we've seen all spring from him, you know, for him to give 110% and just be a competitor. It's going to take a competitor on the mound, you know, to battle some of these guys. They're going to be really tough outs. They're going to push his buttons, and we've seen, you know, guys like we've seen Caleb, you know, all year long with Martinsburg, you know, really grind it out and get some big wins for Martinsburg. And, you know, we're going to have a big all EPAC defense behind him and an all EPAC offense, so hopefully we can give him some run support. And, you know, I have to say it, we got all the faith in the world in him.
What does your team need to do to get a win today?
Well, we certainly have to hit the ball against a couple of their really good pitchers, and we have to you know, limit the free bases on our side. We can't put them on base. They have to earn it. I believe that they're going to hit the baseball, and we're going to have to catch it. Hopefully, you know, that hopefully a couple of times when they hit it hard, that they hit it right at us. But yeah, I think we just need to throw strikes and catch the baseball just like any other baseball game, and treat it as that.
Anything else, Coach?
No, I just want to, you know, thank, you know, Martinsburg High School personnel, Aaron Bowler and those guys for giving us a home for 2 years in a row now, and a beautiful field, beautiful facility, and we just really appreciate that. We've kind of found a home here and a partnership, and you know, that's just something that you don't get to play in a park like this every day, or, you know, most teams don't get to play in this facility like this, so we want to thank those guys.
All right, thank you. Good luck, Trip. Again, that was Trip Tobin, the head coach of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, there with the interview as they take on the Leesburg Post 34 Rangers here this evening at P.O. Faulkner Park. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini, and Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler. Our cameraman tonight is Dylan Bishop. We were supposed to have John Alderton with us as well, but unfortunately we're having some issues with overheated equipment, but still want to give John a huge shout out and thank you for showing up, still helping us set up and making sure that everything was good to go here and back at the studio. Staying nice and cool here this evening is Avery Newport. About 10 minutes here until first pitch, so we'll take a 2-minute commercial break here. When we come back in this Cody's Auto Body countdown to first pitch, we'll hear the starting lineups as well as today's weather. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596. Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Typically the home of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Tonight it is the home of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini and Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler as we continue the Cody's Auto Body countdown to first pitch, and we'll get you today's weather brought to you by Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive right here in Martinsburg. A very hot day. Right now, 85 degrees. Feels like 93 degrees with a little bit of a 6-mile-an-hour wind. Can't feel it that much here in the press box as we got the fan cranked. You can see the flags there on the outfield wall blowing slightly to our left, and right now 65% humidity. It looks like the storms will stay away here during the game. Not supposed to get any rain until later this evening, so it's just going to be a little bit cloudy and very, very hot here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick and Aaron, as we take a look here right now, Leesburg warming up, even though they are the visitors here tonight in the all-white uniforms. What have you guys liked so far just watching this team warm up? I'll start with Aaron Byler.
Well, I don't like that they're wearing white away. You know, baseball standards kind of you wear gray pants away and white pants at home, but I guess in summer baseball some of that stuff
we were also told whenever I asked the coach who sent us their rosters there, and Brandon Kellman, they didn't even have numbers at first to give to me up until they came here today because of jersey issues, so that could have been why they are wearing white today, but you do see some kids in green, so I don't know.
Yeah, you know, blame all that stuff on COVID, right? That's what everybody does. You can't can't get uniforms in, you can't get that. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really great baseball here tonight. You can learn a lot from just watching a team warm up, and when you watch Leesburg take infield here, you can tell they got some dudes out there.
Yeah, looking at what I was sent from Coach Kelman, a lot of Division I players here for this Leesburg team, a couple of Division II guys. I'll just go down the line right now on the roster I was given and where these guys are committed to. You got Geffen Franis, he's going to Norwich University. Connor Mox going to Virginia Wesleyan. Aaron Leighton-Schlager is going to Randolph-Macomb. Morgan Miller's going to UVA Wise. Jake Slade is going to Virginia Tech. Matt Mazzara is going to Pitt Greensburg. Josh Rivera is going to UMBC. Nick Harris is going to Bridgewater. Nathan Chen's going to Randolph-Macomb as well. Stone Lasine is going to CNU. Mac Yarbrough is going to Norfolk State. Riley Smith is going to Radford. And Ryan D. Martin is going to Georgetown. And that is the starting pitcher as well tonight for this Leesburg Post 34 Ranger team. As I mentioned that, we'll now get into our starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. And we'll start with the visitors tonight in the Leesburg Post 34 Rangers, who enter the contest with a record of 3 wins and 0 losses. Batting first for Leesburg, the third baseman wearing number 8 is Morgan Miller. Batting second here, second baseman number 34, Aaron Leighton-Schlager. Batting third, number 26 at first base is Stone Lasine. Batting fourth, number 13, the right fielder, Geffen Franis. Batting fifth and catching for Leesburg is number 6, Braden Kelman. Batting sixth. In left field, number 15, Riley Smith. Batting seventh. The shortstop tonight for the Rangers is number 11, Bauer Burkhart. Batting eighth and designated hitting tonight, number 4, Mac Yarbrough. And batting ninth for Leesburg is the center fielder, number 9, Nick Harrison. As I mentioned, pitching for Leesburg is number 19, Ryan D. Martin. He's making his first start here for Leesburg this season. Now let's get into the home side of the Post, or Berkeley Post. 14 Hornets come into the game today with a record of 5 wins and 2 losses. Batting first for the Hornets is right fielder number 1, Cam Moore. Batting second in center field, number 14, Chase Herndon. Batting third at third base is number 21, Colin Reed. Batting fourth and playing shortstop is number 24, Jack Reisenweber. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 19, Camian Gonzalez. Batting sixth in left field is number 7, Riley Bubb. Batting seventh at first base is number 8, Jason Myers. Batting eighth and designated hitter tonight, number 13, Baden Hartman. And rounding out the lineup for Berkeley is the catcher, number 4, Landon Sifford. 6:58 right now. Couple minutes away as Leesburg concluding their warm-ups as we wait for them to get off the field. We'll take a 2-minute break to wrap things up here on the Cody's Auto Body post-game show, or pre-game show, excuse me. Again, a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back for the first pitch between Berkeley Post 14 and Leesburg Post 34. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today.
As the national anthem concludes here at P.O. Faulkner Park, let me welcome you back in. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is the Martinsburg baseball head coach Aaron Byler, as well as Nick Verzolini. Cameramen tonight are John Alderton and Dylan Bishop. Back at the studio, it's Avery Newport as we get ready for first pitch here between Berkeley Post 14 and Leesburg Post 34. And your first pitch brought to you by Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths. They ensure that your home is both beautiful and functional. For free consultation, call 304-267-6262 or visit mountaineerkitchens.com. Custom work done with care. As again here, it is Post 34 from Leesburg, Virginia. The Rangers up first. Let's go through their lineup once again here. Batting first, third baseman's Miller. Batting second, the second baseman's Leighton Schlager. Batting third at first, it's Lasine. Batting fourth in right field's Franis. Batting fifth and catching's Kelman. Batting sixth in left field is Smith. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Burkhart. Batting eighth, the designated hitter Yarborough. And batting ninth in center field, it's Harris. They go up against Martinsburg High School graduate, number 18 tonight for Berkeley Post 14. And Caleb Edwards, who's making his first start here for the Hornets this season. Berkeley Post 14 in the blue hats, blue uniforms with red stripes down the middle, red words on the front in Hornets, and on the back, red numerals with a white trim and white pants. As for the road side in Leesburg, they'll actually look like the home side tonight in all white uniforms, with white hats as well, and green numbers with a green logo on the front in cursive letters, the word Rangers.
Edwards, this high school season, led us in innings pitched through 53.1 innings, had a record of 3-3, but, you know, when you look at some of those losses, they were, you know, some tough luck losses, you know, but I don't really think that you can say what kind of pitcher he was this year based off that 3-3 record. He did have a 2.1 ERA, and, you know, like I said earlier, he was the guy that started every big game for us.
As we get ready here, let's look at the defensive lineup for Berkeley Post 14, coached by Trip Tobin. Again, pitching, it's Caleb Edwards. Behind the plate, it's Landon Sifford. At first base, it's Jason Myers. Second base is Camian Gonzalez. Shortstop for the Hornets is Jack Reisenweber. Third base, it's Colin Reed. And then from left to right in the outfield goes Riley Bubb, Chase Herndon, and Cam Moore. We get ready here for first pitch between Berkeley Post 14 and Leesburg Post 34. Let's get your final thoughts, Nick. I know you're kind of quiet over there, just making sure everything is good on the TV10 side, but what are you hoping to see tonight between these two teams?
Just see how competitive this Berkeley Post 14 team can be against this Leesburg squad that on paper, I mean, has the more Division I talent, but as we know, these kids can all play on Berkeley, so I think they'll be up for the challenge. It will definitely be a tough challenge, but some of these guys have even seen D1 talent when they went down and played in South Carolina at Myrtle Beach. So, they've seen talented players, and they've played well against them during the high school season. Can you do it in the summer? I think it will be a good opportunity for both these teams to get better tonight and potentially make a run when it comes to their state tournaments.
Caleb Edwards throws his final practice pitch. Landon Sifford throws it over to Jack Reisenweber to put the practice tag for caught stealing. Let's look at the dimensions here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Down the right and left field lines, it goes 305 feet, and then there in dead center, it's 350 feet. Stepping into the batter's box first for Leesburg, post 34, is third baseman number 8, Miller. Caleb Edwards steps on the rubber here at P.O. Faulkner. Stares down at his catcher, Landon Sifford. The first pitch is going to be popped up to the left into the outfield. Riley Bubb tracks in, makes the catch. One pitch, one out. Down goes Miller in the top of the first.
No better way for a starting pitcher to start. One pitch, one out.
That'll bring up the second baseman in Leighton Schlager for Leesburg. Aaron Lautenschlager steps into the right-handed box, which is a little bit different than what he's probably used to here at P.O. Faulkner, as half of the infield, including the batter's box, is all turf. First pitch from Edwards to Lautenschlager is low and away for ball one.
I think these guys probably play a lot of travel ball too, and a lot of turf fields in the travel ball industry.
Breaking ball, called a strike to Lautenschlager, evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Edwards sets on the mound. Pitch misses outside. The count now 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's going to be important for Caleb Edwards to work ahead on these batters, as it always is as a pitcher.
Edwards, fastball. It's chopped over to the third base side. Colin Reed charges forward, throws it across the diamond to Myers for out number 2.
Real nice play there by Colin, come getting the ball. Colin all year long has been one of the better players in the EPAC, and I think he showed his defensive ability there at third, but all year for Washington played first.
5-3 put out there by Colin Reed, as we now have Lasine up to bat for Leesburg with 2 outs in the top of the first. Caleb Edwards sets on the rubber, the kick and the delivery. It's a low fastball, big swing and a miss from Lasine for strike 1. Sign batting .200 on the season here for the Rangers as he steps back into the right-handed box. Edwards is ready on the mound. Wind up and the pitch from Edwards. Slider for strike 2.
Kind of what I was worried about early was Edwards, his command with not having to pitch. He looks like he's got it dialed in.
1 strike away from going 3 up, 3 down against Leesburg. The pitch, fastball, pops up to the right side. Backtracking is Cam Moore. He looks up at the wall, and it's gone. A solo home run by Lasine in the top of the first puts post 34 from Leesburg, Virginia, up 1-0 against Berkeley post 14. That one at first looked like it wasn't going to go out, but it just continued to carry here at P.O. Faulkner right and right center. Now it's Leesburg up early.
Yeah, that pitch was up in the zone. I think Caleb wishes he had that one back. And, against this lineup, you let the ball up like that, it's going to get hit hard. But still doing a great job so far.
Brings up Franis, clean up hitter for Leesburg post 34. He'll step into the right-handed box against Caleb Edwards. Edwards, the first pitch to Franis. Fastball on the outside corner of home plate for strike 1.
Yeah, we didn't see a whole lot of home runs hit here this season in high school, but that was a pretty well hit ball out to right center.
Fastball just misses outside from Edwards to Franis. Evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'm guessing with this roster and the rosters coming in here on opposing teams, you'll see a couple more.
Yeah, I'd say it's a relatively favorable park for home runs.
This one hit the left field. backing up as Riley Bubba goes over his head. One hops off the wall. It's going to be a double here for Frannis with 2 outs in the top of the first. The bats have come alive for Leesburg.
That was a good pitch. That's a curveball down. Kid just got the barrel to it. The ball looks to really be carrying tonight off the bat. I thought, Riley Bubb in left field had a chance, and I think it just kind of speaks early to how good this team is and the talent they have.
That'll bring up the catcher in the 5th spot for Leesburg and Kelman. Kelman, also a right-handed batter for Leesburg, steps into the box. He leads the team in batting average-wise with .462 on the season. First pitch from Edwards to Kelman, fouled off to the backstop for strike 1 over on the first base side. So Edwards gets a new ball from Landon Sifford. The old one picked up by home plate umpire and puts it into his right pocket.
Umpires tonight, Jeff King behind home plate, Keith Allison on the bases.
Edwards checks the runner at second, stares back at home plate. The pitch, a fastball, misses low to Kelman, evens the count up a 1 ball and 1 strike. Should we be in for a good one tonight then, umpire-wise? Or do you not want to make a statement then?
No, these guys are very good at what they do.
Edwards checks the runner twice behind him, a fastball, and it's grounded over the second baseman, Camion Gonzalez. Easily scoops it up, tosses it over to Jason Myers at first for out number 3. Not before 1 run goes on a solo shot by Lasine. End of the top of the first. It's 1-0 Leesburg. We'll take a 1-minute break, then be back. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths, we ensure your home is both beautiful and functional.
We've been taking care of our neighbors for over 25 years.
We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodeling, from start to finish, from design until installation. Whether it's countertops, cabinets, backsplashes, or full baths, we've got you covered.
Custom work done with care. We are Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. On the call alongside me is Nick Verzolini and Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler. Cameraman's Dylan Bishop. Helping him out is John Alderton. Finally got his camera up on the TV 10 side, and back at the studio it's Avery Newport. Bottom of the first we go. Berkeley post 14 up to bat now as they trail 1-0 after a solo home run to right center field by Lasine for Leesburg.
We tell our kids the first 3 outs in the game and the last 3 outs of the game are the hardest ones to get. So against that lineup for Caleb Dillon, give up the 1 run there, and he looked very composed out there. Didn't really get rattled on the home run, and the biggest thing I was afraid of was maybe control issues, but seemed to have all 3 pitches for strikes, and I think he'll do just fine tonight.
And as Ryan DeMartin on the mound for Leesburg throws his final warm-up pitch, the Georgetown Hoya commit gets some handshakes and high fives from his teammates there on the mound, and we'll get ready for post 14 coming up to bat in the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Hornets, it's right fielder number 1, Cameron Moore, followed by center fielder number 14, Chase Herndon, batting second. Batting third, it's the third baseman, number 21, Colin Reed.
Cam Moore's been swinging a pretty good bat so far for Berkeley post 14. Came through in a few different games.
First pitch, swinging, and it's a base hit to lead off things by Cam Moore, lead-off single to right field.
Came in hitting 368 through 6 games, and that average will obviously go up now with that single.
That brings up number 14, the center fielder, Chase Herndon. The runner on first and nobody out. In the bottom of the first, it's 1-0 Leesburg. As D. Martin waits for Herndon to step into the left-handed box. Get ready here for the second at bat at the bottom of the first, and first pitch swinging as well as Herndon. He fouls it off into the netting on the left side behind home plate for strike one.
I kind of followed the games while they were in Morgantown a good bit, and it looks like manager Tobin changed the lineup up a little bit. Chase was hitting lead off, and he moved Cam Moore up there. So far so good.
Moore takes the lead off first base. The pitch from D. Martin outside evens the count up at 1 strike to Herndon. Nobody out. It's 1-0 Leesburg. Herndon steps back into the left-handed box against Ryan D. Martin. And it's lined over the third baseman, who was playing a little bit up there on the infield grass. So back-to-back singles now for Berkeley. Post 14 puts runners on first and second. Colin Reed up the bat.
Great piece of hitting there by Chase. Just took the ball where it was pitched, hit it the other way, and do we see a bunt out here of Colin Reed early? Probably not.
Probably not. Colin Reed, known regular season-wise there for the Washington Patriots to be a power hitter, but nobody out. Runners on first and second. The pitch from Ryan D. Martin. It's a grounder to third baseman. Scoop it. Tag third, fired across the diamond, and a 5-3 double play after one pitch as a runner on second down, Chase Herndon, but 2 outs for Jack Reisenweber.
He hit that ball pretty hard, just right at him there. Kind of an unfortunate situation for him.
Yeah, pretty impressive composure by the third baseman to make the play and then step on the bag and make a really good throw over there to first.
B. Martin's first pitch to Reisenweber fouled off to the first base side and out of play over the dugout for strike one.
I love the approach here out of post 14. Against a D1 guy like this, just come out and swing it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has held the bat back so far on all these pitches. Next pitch from D. Martin, and it's a grounder to the shortstop. Scooped up by Burkhart, throws it high. Lasine able to reach up, make the grab for out number 3. So at the end of one, it remains 1-0 Leesburg. We'll head to the second after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Top of the second inning we go. Due up for post 34 from Leesburg, Virginia. It's Smith, Burkhart, and Yarborough as they lead 1-0 over Berkeley post 14. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini and Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler. As it looked like it was going to be a pretty good first inning there for post 14, leading off with back-to-back singles from Moore and Herndon, but Reed grounded into a double play, and after that it was a grounder to the shortstop by Reisenweber to end the inning. Now we get to the top of the second. First pitch from Edwards to Smith. Low for ball one. 1-0 count. The pitch from Edwards. Fastball misses low again to Smith. Counts now 2 balls and no strikes. 1 run for Leesburg. A solo homer by Lasine to right center field there in the first as Edwards' pitch chops over to the third baseman, Colin Reed. Throws it across to first, making a split. It's Jason Myers, scoops it off the dirt for out number 1. A great play by Jason Myers to keep that ball in front of him. great snag in a full split.
Make a play, Jason Myers. Great play, and that just gives your infielders confidence, that you're going to dig that out, that they're very confident to throw it over there. So, nice play.
I was about to say, if I had to do a split, you probably wouldn't be seeing me for another week out there. But a great play by Jason Myers for out number 1 to bring up Burkhart for Leesburg. Pitch bunted over to the pitcher, Caleb Edwards. He lost his hat coming off the pitcher's mound, still able to make the play, throws it to Myers at first for out number 2.
Very nice play there by Caleb. You can practice your bullpens and stuff, but I don't know when the last time he did PFP practice was. So nice job.
I got to get used to the color difference from high school and the number difference, as I accidentally mistakenly called Edwards Reed there, mostly because of the similar hair flow for the two guys out there.
It looks like a Washington Patriots team.
It does. That's why I was so used to saying Colin Reed out there, as I, majority of the time this year, high school-wise, called Washington. But first pitch to Yarborough, called strike 1 from Edwards. Next pitch, fouled over the first base side and out of play. It's now no balls and 2 strikes to Yarborough.
Caleb getting ahead here. Hopefully they can have a quick inning, get him back in the dugout, and get the bats going again.
So we play full 9 innings of baseball here tonight for American Legion Baseball. Edwards wind up in the pitch. Fastball misses outside. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Yarborough. Yarborough, right-handed batter, steps into the box, batting .286 this season for Leesburg. Edwards gets the call from Sifford. Pitch, fastball fouled off over the press box. Nope, never mind. I thought it lost it in the air there. It actually went way out into right. My apologies. And it's caught by Cam Moore for the 3rd out. So 3 up, 3 down goes Leesburg. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Field. Bottom of the 2nd we go. Camian Gonzalez, Riley Bubb, and Jason Myers, the 5, 6, 7 batters, due up for Berkeley post 14 as they trail 1-0 against Leesburg post 34.
Riley Bubb leading off, or Camian Gonzalez leading off the inning here. Davis Nelkins, played Davis Nelkins this year, so expect big things out of him this summer as he continues to get better.
Leading the team in batting average, batting .455 on the season for the Hornets, who are 5-2 so far this year. Camian Gonzalez will stretch a little bit before stepping into the box on the right-handed batter side, up against Ryan D. Martin, who, as we mentioned, a Georgetown Hoya commit. First pitch, big swing and a miss from Gonzalez. Start off this bottom of the 1st with a strike.
Well, the Hornets are coming out swinging early. That was their approach in those first few at-bats. Worked out for hits.
Next pitch.
Couldn't get the runs across.
Outside for a ball, makes the count 1-1. This one misses outside as well. The fastball makes it 2 balls and 1 strike to Gonzalez. Gonzalez stares down at the pitcher, Ryan D. Martin. Pitch again misses outside for ball 3.
I think the approach against a kid like this is to be aggressive early because, he's going to pound the zone. He's going to throw strikes.
And he's working very quickly on the mound as well. Next pitch, grounded right back up the middle. Charging for it is Burkhart. The shortstop makes it, throws it over to Lasine for out number 1. Looked like it was going to go right above that second base bag, but Bauer Burkhart, shortstop, able to hustle over, reach down, and make the play for out number 1.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any cheap hits tonight. You know, these guys can straight up glove it, and that's a big-time play. You don't see many high school players make that play.
Brings up Riley Bubb, takes the first pitch from D. Martin for strike 1 right down the heart of the plate. 1-0, Leesburg leads in the bottom of the second, and this one grounded to the second baseman from Bubb. Easy play for Leitenschlager to Lasine for out number 2. That one, grounder, 2 hops, straight to Leitenschlager.
And Aaron, you mentioned the aggressive approach against a D1 pitcher, and you guys from Martinsburg went up against the South Florida commit when you guys were at Myrtle Beach, and you were able to get to him with an aggressive approach early in that ballgame. So,
Jason Myers up to bat now. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1.
Yeah, that's pretty well the only way to play it.
This pitch misses high. 2 balls and no strikes to Jason Myers as the pitch from D. Barton goes off the glove of Kelman into the backstop.
You get behind on these guys and they'll make you look silly because they then become in control. So get up there, hunt fastball early, and let it rip.
D. Martin gets a new ball. Steps on the rubber. The kick and the delivery, a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Jason Myers.
Myers, one of the youngest guys on this team. Just finished his sophomore year.
Fouls this one off to the backstop, evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Nobody on base for post 14.
I think he may be the youngest. I don't know if there's any other kids that are only going to be juniors on this team or not when I look down at Jordan Canby. How did I forget my own guy?
We won't tell him.
He's at the beach right now, so he's not here.
There you go. Pitch misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jason Myers.
Well, both Canby and Myers didn't really play like sophomores, so maybe that's why you forgot.
That's very true.
Payoff pitch from D. Martin. Fastball swing and a miss. Jason Myers down for out number 3 on the strikeout. First one of the evening for Ryan D. Martin to end the second inning. Still 1-0 Leesburg over Berkeley. 1-minute break, then we'll have the top of the third. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices. And we've made buying a new car easier than ever with 1-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Aaron Byler and Nick Verzolini as we head to the top of the third. The 9-1-2 batters due up for Leesburg post 34 as they lead Berkeley post 14 1-0, and it goes Harris, Miller, and Leitenschlager, those 9-1-2 batters for the Rangers.
You know, the thing about, lineups, when we talk about the EPAC lineup, all-star lineup, is that your number 9 hitter on this kind of team is a kid that probably hit in the middle or the top of the order on the regular season team. So
Caleb Edwards steps on the rubber as we get ready for pitch number 1 here to Harris. And it's a fastball missing inside for ball 1 to start the top of the third. Edwards sets the delivery. Flown out in the center field from Harris. Herndon takes a couple steps in and then to his left makes the catch for out number 1.
And just like we said there with the 9-hitter being just as good, when I look at this sheet, he's committed to go to Bridgewater as a pitcher and a utility player. So pretty good all the way up and down this lineup.
We'll head back to the top of the lineup with one out. Miller up to bat. And this one almost hits him as the ball misses inside for ball one. Back off of home plate there on that right-handed side. So it's a 1-0 count to Miller. Flew out to left on one pitch in his first at bat. Fastball from Edwards, low and outside, makes the count now 2 balls and no strikes to Miller. One nothing. Leesburg leads Berkeley. In the top of the third. Ball fouled off over to the first base side towards Charlotte Prather Park up on the hill. Counts now 2 balls and 1 strike for Miller.
We don't have Mr. Chuck Lynch here doing the video board, or we would have had a broken glass sound there.
Hopefully we don't actually get any actual broken glass to make that noise as this one misses in. Counts now 3-1 to Miller. Not seen a walk yet tonight by Caleb Edwards.
Both guys pounding the zone. You definitely don't want to put the leadoff guy on via walk.
Pitch just misses high for ball 4. That sends Miller to first base with 1 out. Bring up Leitenschlager.
Now batting, number 34, Aaron
Leitenschlager, 0 for 1 today. He grounded to the third baseman, Colin Reed. His only at bat so far this evening. It's 1-0 Leesburg. Runner on first. The top of the third. Pitch from Edwards. Chopped to the shortstop. Reisenweber stomps on second base himself. Throws it to Jason Myers at first for the double play to end the top of the third. We'll take a 1-minute break. It's still 1-0 Leesburg. We'll head to the bottom of the third after this break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Pilot and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Ridgeline, CR-V, or Passport. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Welcome back to the bottom of the third inning we go. Berkeley post 14 up to bat. The 8-9-1 batters up in Baden Hartman, Landon Sifford, and Cameron Moore for the Hornets. Here against Leesburg post 34 and Ryan D. Martin on the mound, who so far in the 2 innings only allowed 2 hits and has a strikeout as well, which ended the inning there in the second against Jason Myers.
Yeah, after that first inning, he seems to be settled down and in a groove here.
First pitch, fastball, outside corner, called strike 1 to Hartman. Start the bottom of the third. Baden Hartman designated hitting for the pitcher, Caleb Edwards. Fouls this one off behind home plate, makes the count now 0 balls and 2 strikes to Hartman.
Hartman wasn't at the Morgantown tournament, so this is the first time him seeing live pitching in a while.
Musselman product. Takes the pitch that goes way outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Hartman. That one almost midway in that left-handed batter's box. Pitch, fastball, big swing and a miss off the glove of Kelman. Scoops it up, throws it to first for out number 1. So the drop, third strikeout brings up Landon Sifford.
Well, DeMartin seems to be getting into a little bit more of a groove than he had in that first inning.
Yeah, he definitely is settling in here, so we need to have some good at-bats against him.
First pitch to Sifford, high and inside for ball 1, as Sifford had to stretch backwards to keep it away from being some sweet chin music. Next pitch also upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Sifford comes into this game, played in 6 games, hitting .333.
Pitch right down the middle, popped up, going back is the left fielder, Riley Smith. He's caught off by the center fielder, Nick Harris, who makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs, top of the order now, and Cameron Moore up to bat with nobody on base in the bottom of the 3rd. It's Leesburg 1, Berkeley 0. Moore 1 for 1 today. He's singled to left field in his first at bat. Or no, singled to right and then was out at 3rd. So this first pitch, called ball 1. Goes to the backstop.
Yeah, he singled, went to second on Herndon's hit, and then got doubled off there on Reed's.
Pitch misses low. 2 balls and no strikes to Moore from D. Martin. 2 outs, nobody on base. Pitch high and outside. 3 balls to Cam Moore. 3-0 count with 2 outs. D. Martin picks up the rosin bag, juggles it a little bit. Now sets on the rubber. Pitch, fastball for strike 1.
I was curious if he'd have the old automatic there on 3-0.
He does on the 3-1, and it's going to be a line drive into left field. It's going to roll all the way back to the wall. Riley Smith finally picks it up, throws it to the cutoff man, but it's a stand-up double for Cameron Moore with 2 outs to bring up Chase Herndon.
Cam Moore 2 for 2 on the day so far with a single and a double. He seems to be seeing it well.
And that was a opposite field shot there for the stand-up double right down that third base line.
Yeah, pretty similar to what Herndon was able to do in his first at-bat, kind of just go with the pitch and send it opposite way.
First pitch from D. Martin, a grounder to the shortstop from Herndon. Scooping it up as Burkhart fires it across to first. Lasine makes the catch for out number 3. End of the 3rd, it's still Leesburg 1, Berkeley 0. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Advanced technology, compassionate care. That's what you get with WV Medicine General Surgery. Our expert team of board-certified surgeons at WV Medicine Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center combines state-of-the-art technology with patient-centered medical care. With 3 convenient locations, WV Medicine General Surgery offers a variety of robotic and laparoscopic surgery options featuring revolutionary treatments resulting in better surgical outcomes and quicker recoveries. For appointments, call 304-596-2150.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Top of the 4th inning, it's 1-0. Leesburg post 34 leading Berkeley post 14. Tonight's American Legion Baseball contest at P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini and Martinsburg Baseball head coach Aaron Byler. Cameraman tonight's Dylan Bishop producing and making sure that all the cameras were functioning and ready to go here in this heat. It's John Alderton, and back at the studio, it's Avery Newport.
Second time through this order for Caleb Edwards here. He's going to have to make sure that he mixes up his pitches, gets ahead of batters early. He's doing a great job so far with only 30 pitches through 3 innings, so just hope that continues for him.
Part of the lineup up to bat here in the top of the 4th for Leesburg. It's Lasine up first. Takes the first pitch for strike 1.
We're allowed to root, right? I'm allowed to root for my guys, and we're allowed to root for post 14 since it's just making sure.
Give you permission. Lasine, one that hit the home run to make it 1-0, takes this pitch inside, evens the count up at 1-1 against Caleb Edwards. That home run went to right center field, so an opposite field homer there by Lasine. Pitch from Edwards. Misses inside, the count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Lasine.
Just making sure. I know you guys have to be neutral during our season.
Yep. But here can be a little bit different, as this is all Eastern Panhandle. The pitch from Edwards, high to Lasine, 3 balls and 1 strike now to the leadoff batter in the top of the 4th for the Rangers. Edwards sets. Kicking the delivery, a fastball above the shoulders of Lasine for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to bring up Franis. Second walk of the evening issued by Caleb Edwards.
You know, the nice thing about this defense behind him, though, is a ground ball races it. You know, you're 1 pitch away, 1 ground ball away from getting out of it.
Franis steps into the right-handed box. Pitch. And it's a grounder over to the second base side. Camian Gonzalez charges in. Grounder wasn't that powerful as it stayed on the grass, so the only throw attempt available for Gonzalez was to Jason Myers at first, which gets 1 out. But Lasine will advance the second on the 4-3 fielder's choice.
He got the ground ball, it just wasn't quite hit hard enough.
Yeah, that proved you wrong a little bit.
Well, also, it was only the corners that were playing in pretty close. Second baseman and shortstop there, and Gonzalez and Reisenweber pretty far back on the dirt.
Yeah, he's playing back, you know, trying to cover ground. You know, with this lineup, I don't blame him. Give himself as much time, as much room as possible.
That brings up Kelman, who will take his time, stepping into that right-handed box. Kelman 0 for 1 today, grounded out to the second baseman, and Gonzalez to end the first, and he fouls this one over the first base side. Cam Moore dives for it and goes off his glove there on that first base bullpen. Would have been a spectacular catch, but just missed it.
Off the bat, I didn't think he had a chance at it, but
I didn't either. I thought it was going to hook and go into possibly over the fence there on the road.
He's one of the fastest kids in the EPAC, and unfortunately for us, unfortunately for Washington, he's only going to be a senior. So Cam Moore can flat out fly. So not surprised to see that him track that ball like that.
So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 4th, it's 1-0 Leesburg post 34 against Berkeley post 14. Edwards pitch. Change up, called strike 2 as it goes right down the middle. Kelman kind of fooled there on that one, kept the bat back.
Great job pitching backwards. Hopefully he learned something from us.
Edwards sets, checks the runner behind him as it's Lasine on second. Fastball rounded right over the head of Edwards. Charging forwards, Gonzalez, his throw in time at first for out number 2. And Lasine goes over to third.
Good play there by Camian, kind of a do-or-die play, and you know, you thought off the bat maybe Caleb had a chance at it, but just real nice play. And like I said before, I think we're going to see plays like that all night with the talent on the field.
If Edwards was probably still on the peak of the pitcher's mound, he could have made that play, but his momentum carried him forward, and that allowed the ball to just go right over his glove. First pitch to Smith, who's up to bat now, low and outside for ball 1. Smith 0 for 1. He grounded out to Colin Reed in the second inning in his lone at-bat. Pitch from Edwards. Misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Smith. Runner on third with 2 outs for Leesburg.
Smith is committed to play baseball at Radford University.
Had a cousin that went there. They're in Roanoke, Virginia area. Breaking ball inside corner. 2-1 count now against Smith. Edwards sets. Looks down at Sifford, his catcher. The pitch. Big swing and a miss from Smith off the fastball, even to count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, great job, Caleb, there. Coming back 2-0, getting that curveball across.
A lot of velocity there on that pitch. You know off the top of your head what he typically threw there?
He's lower 80s. You know, he can touch mid-80s at times, but he's getting stronger every day, so the more he works out, the only up is the velocity going to go. So
this pitch misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Against Smith, the payoff pitch from Caleb Edwards. And it's a liner over to the second baseman, Gonzalez. He makes the catch below his knees for out number 3. That'll end the top of the 4th. It's still 1-0 Leesburg. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Nick Verzolini and Aaron Byler. John Alderton and Dylan Bishop, our crew here at P.O. Faulkner, and back at the studio, it's Avery Newport. Colin Reed, Jack Reisenweber, and Camian Gonzalez, the 3-4-5 hitters, due up for Berkeley post 14 in the bottom of the fourth as they trail Leesburg 1-0.
Reed grounded into that tough luck double play there in the first. Was it the first?
Yeah, it was the first.
Inning.
This is only at bat so far today as well. He steps into the right-handed box with an open stance. First pitch misses low for ball one against Colin Reed from Ryan D. Martin. Next pitch from D. Martin misses way outside. The count now 2 balls and no strikes against Colin Reed. Seen that here and there from D. Martin. It looks like his release point is not there on his fastballs here and there as it's went over into that left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, it seemed like, the first inning there he had a little bit of control issues, and then the second inning he settled in.
Again, this one misses outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes against Colin Reed. Reed steps back into the right-handed box. Nobody out. Pitch. Fastball inside for strike 1. So now 3 balls and 1 strike to Colin Reed. D. Martin gets the ball from his catcher, Kelman. The pitch popped up to the right side over the first base dugout. Out of play. Makes the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes for Colin Reed.
Through 6 games, Reed comes in hitting .400.
Payoff pitch from D. Martin. Fastball. And it is sliced over the first base side and just goes foul by a few feet. Almost a lead-off hit there by Colin Reed, but instead keeps the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see his 7th pitch here in this at-bat. Picks up his bat, steps back into the box, but a timeout's called by D. Martin on the mound, who steps back onto the rubber. That timeout only about half a second, and this pitch way outside. So ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Colin Reed for Berkeley post 14. It's the first walk issued by Ryan D. Martin as well. To bring up Jack Reisenweber for the Hornets. Reisenweber 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out to Bauer Burker, the shortstop for the Rangers.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see bunt. Nope.
First pitch, low and outside, ball 1 to Reisenweber.
I think if we're playing a 7-inning ball game, I think Jack's bunting here, maybe with the 9-inning. A little more time to come back. He might.
Gets the signal from Tripp Tobin there on that third base side. Let's see what it was. Looked like it was just a dummy call as he held the bat back. Pitch from D. Martin inside to Reisenweber. 2 balls and no strikes.
It's so hard with this lineup. You don't want to bunt these guys. They all got, one swing of the bat, home run power.
Reed on first. The pitch. High and inside. 3 balls and no strikes to Jack Reisenweber. That's how the at-bat started against Colin Reed as well there to lead off this bottom of the 4th.
Could also have to do with D. Martin maybe losing a little bit of control this inning.
And a 4-pitch walk as this pitch, a fastball outside. Jack Reisenweber trots his way to first. Colin Reed goes to second. Nobody out. Camian Gonzalez up the bat. We'll have a timeout called as Leesburg just wants to settle down its pitcher and Ryan D. Martin as everybody comes in from the infield, as well as their pitching coach, Brandon Kelman. It's 1-0. Leesburg post 34. leading here against Berkeley Post 14. But back-to-back walks to start off this bottom of the fourth has signaled a little bit of struggles there for Ryan D. Martin on the mound for the Rangers.
Yeah, put the first two guys on via walk, after, kind of cruising through the previous inning.
Can you hand me their lineup? Because it looks like we have somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Rangers. I do have a roster for them. Unfortunately, I was not given any numbers, though, for them. They do have the numbers here on the official starting lineup. Looks like it's Charlie Krebs, I believe, out there warming up in that first base bullpen for the Rangers. Thank you there, Tripp. Or no, you're not Tripp. You're Aaron. I'm so used to it.
And I
I'll get used to this.
places.
I'll get used to it. It's still game one for us. Appreciate Aaron joining us here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. When Mike called me about the opportunity, I thought it was a great opportunity to see some baseball from the press box with you guys.
Camion Gonzalez up to bat, takes the first pitch for a ball, grounds the next one to the shortstop. Burkhart throws it to second. Leighton Schlager makes the catch for out number one, but no throw over to first, so it's one out and runners on the corners now for Berkeley. That brings up Riley Bubb for the Hornets.
Riley Bubb's a kid that I love to see in this lineup after missing most of his high school season with an injury, so really glad to see Riley back out on the field. Tremendous kid, tremendous baseball player.
So it's Colin Reed on third, Camion Gonzalez on first with one out in the bottom of the fourth. And this pitch gets behind the backstop but hits hard off the brick. Braden Kelman scoops it, turns around. Nobody comes home, but Camion Gonzalez advances to second on the pitch. 1-0 count to Riley Bubb with one out. And two runners in scoring position now for the Hornets, who trail 1-0 against the Rangers. Pitch low, hits off the chest of Braden Kelman, the catcher, but he keeps it in front of him. 2-0 count to Bubb.
Infield up here for Leesburg, trying to cut down the run at the plate.
And it's Reed on third. Gonzalez on second for the Hornets. This one's going to be ripped into the right center gap. And that's going to roll all the way to the wall for Bubb. Reed comes home to score. Gonzalez comes home to score. It's a base-clearing double for Riley Bubb. And the Hornets now lead in the bottom of the fourth, 2-1 over the Rangers.
Great piece of hitting there by Riley Bubb. I guess I can say it now since he graduated, but, we try to do a good job with keeping charts on our kids and kind of find ways how to get them kids out. And we had nothing. We had nothing on Riley Bubb, so he's just a tremendous hitter.
Yeah, and when he went down for Hedgesville, it seemed like it kind of slowed down their season and any momentum they might have had. And then when he got back, they started playing better baseball again, so he really was the heart and soul of that team.
Check swing by Jason Myers, and it goes off the edge of his bat and foul for strike one to Jason Myers against Ryan D. Martin, and it looks like we lost a camera because of it as well on the TV10 side of things.
I don't know what's going on over there, but
just shook the net a little bit. It happens. No balls, one strike. The pitch from D. Martin. One hops out of the left-handed box. The throw by Kelman over into center field, but not too far, as sliding into second was Riley Bubb, and he was unable to stand up in time to try to go to third, so he'll stay at second. But the count's now 1-1 to Jason Myers.
Well, the other thing with Riley is he's still kind of, he's just coming back from that foot injury, so.
Bubb on second. D. Martin checks him. Throw. And this one, high fly ball into left field. Looking back on it is Smith, and it's gone. Just to the right of the scoreboard, a two-run home run for Jason Myers. And Berkeley Post 14's bats have come alive here in the bottom of the fourth. It is now 4-1 Hornets over Leesburg Post 34 as Jason Myers rounds third, comes home, takes his helmet off, touches home plate, and he'll be given high fives from all of his teammates after that bomb by Myers.
You talk about not seeing many home runs hit in the high school season. I think I remember Jason Myers hitting that exact same home run against us in the sectional tournament. So great piece of hitting there by Myers, and big 4-run inning here so far for Post 14.
That brings up Baden Hartman. This pitch low and inside, ball one from D. Martin, who up until this point was having a pretty good outing as this fastball way inside almost hits Hartman. 2-0 count. I think that was his fastest pitch of the game so far. I apologize there, Nick. And this one does peg him. D. Martin looks a little flustered out there on the mound now, and timeout's going to be called by the coach, so we might see the end of his evening.
Yeah, I think we very well could, but we talked about a lot during the high school season, giving up 3 base runners, as this will be the day for D. Martin. And you gave up 2 to begin the inning. You just gave up another one there if you're Leesburg, and good teams will take advantage of that, and Berkeley Post 14's been able to do that, and the big home run by Myers puts the momentum on the Hornets' side, and now you get into this bullpen.
So we'll take a 1-minute break so we can get this pitching change settled. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 as we have a pitching change, and your pitching changes are brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too, and Spencer used that car to drive all the way down to the Outer Banks this week to enjoy some vacation there on the beach. He might be tuning into this game as well, as Berkeley Post 14 leads Leesburg 4-1, and the new pitcher for Leesburg Post 34 is number 5, Charlie Krebs, as we have some numbers for him, and I'll allow Aaron Byler to give you those here quickly.
Krebs comes into the game with 1.1 innings pitched, 1 save, 0 hits. It's got 0 hits and 2 hits, so I don't know if it's 0 or 2.
I don't know. One's probably runs, so I'd assume it's
0 runs, 2
0
hits.
runs, 2 hits. And his first pitch, a fastball right down the middle to Landon Sifford for strike 1. So let's reset here. It's a runner on first, 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. A 4-1 ball game as all 4 runs have crossed the plate here this inning for the Hornets. Krebs settles in. Pitch fastball low in the turf. Evens the count up at 1-1 as the ball went off the glove of Kelman, catcher for the Rangers, but he keeps the ball in front of him.
Do you think Spencer's watching, or do you think we had a rough beach day and he's packed it in?
I don't know. He was tuned into the sports mix earlier.
This is his hometown team.
That is true. He is from Leesburg, so he could be tuned in. This fastball upstairs makes the count now 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, sometimes a long day on the beach, you go to bed early. You know?
I don't know a single time that he goes to bed early, and I think Nick, being his roommate there, could attest to that, as the runner takes off the fastball right down the middle, the throw over the head of Leitenschlager, so that'll be stealing second base, Baden Hartman, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Landon Sifford.
Big spot here for Landon. You know, obviously he's one of our guys, but love to see him come through and love to continue this inning for Post 14.
1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sifford. Runner on second now in the bottom of the 4th. As Hartman takes his lead. And a timeout called by Charlie Krebs on the mound. Braden Kelman, his catcher, will trot his way out to the mound to make sure that They have the signs correct with each other.
Yep, trying to figure out which one they're going with a runner on second. Probably haven't pitched together a whole lot this year, obviously.
Early in the season, they've only played 3 games. This is Leesburg's 4th game of the season. Krebs checks the runner at second. Stares back at home. The kick and the delivery, a fastball. Called strike 3. Down goes Landon Sifford for out number 2. So the first batter Krebs faces, he gets a strikeout.
Yeah, just kind of froze him there, the fastball away. You'd think Landon would be looking to go that way with 1 out and a guy on second, so just fooled him.
Up the bat now, it's Cameron Moore against Krebs with 2 outs, runner on second. The first pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1.
If your manager Tobin reads the guy you want, or Moore's the guy you want up right now, he's been red hot.
Moore 2 for 2 with a single and a double in his at-bats. Pitch from Krebs. Just misses outside with the breaking ball, evens the count up at 1-1 to Cameron Moore. On deck, it's Chase Herndon for Berkeley Post 14. He's the only batter that has not had an at-bat here this inning, as this one fouled off by Cameron Moore to the first base line and out of play. Makes the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's 4-1 Berkeley Post 14, now leading Leesburg Post 34. They put 4 runs up here in this bottom of the 4th inning for the Hornets. Charlie Krebs sets. Looks at Baden Hartman there on second. Stares back at home. The pitch. Low and outside. Counts now even at 2-2 to Cameron Moore.
It's different sitting up here and watching the game, but that curveball looks pretty filthy to me.
It is a very filthy curveball with a lot of movement coming outside in. This fastball, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts ends the 4th inning. Charlie Krebs comes in, gets the job done, but not before 4 runs cross the plate for the Hornets. They now lead the Rangers. We'll head to the top of the 5th after a 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back here as we head to the top of the 5th inning now, as Berkeley Post 14 now leads Leesburg Post 34 4-1 thanks to a 2 RBI double by Riley Bubb and a 2-run home run by Jason Myers that were back to back. Give them that 4-1 lead there.
Should be on now. Console.
Welcome back here. Apologies as they were trying to turn on the lights here at P.O. Faulkner, and just the incorrect switcher was turned, so we lost power for a minute. Only one batter, though, has went around, and it was Burkhart, who had a lead-off stand-up double into left center. So it's a runner on second, nobody out here in the top of the fifth. It is 4-1. Berkeley post 14 leading Leesburg post 34 as we try to readjust all of our equipment here after that, as this pitch called strike to Yarborough. Yarborough 0 for 1 today. He flew out to right field. It's Caleb Edwards on the mound. The pitch, fastball, misses outside for a ball.
You know, a guy that's played here for 4 years in Joe Paulson, you think he'd know how to turn the lights on and not flip the breaker.
And he's going to Marshall, too.
Against him.
I expect that for a guy going to Marshall.
Breaking ball inside evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yarborough. We're all good here, though, right?
Yeah, Cameron won out again. But
well, that's been the consistent thing, at least here tonight.
Yeah.
So. Can't blame Paulson for that.
Unless he pulled the plug on that.
Oh, man. No, we appreciate Joe being here tonight and keeping the scoreboard and announcing for post 14. I'm going to have to go over there here in a second and show him how to get that scoreboard fired back up, though, because he lost power, too.
If you want to do that now, it's up to you there, Byler. Turn down your headset as this one grounder ripped in between first and second into the right field. Rounding third, coming home to score. It's Burkhart. And it's an RBI single for Yarborough. It's now 4-2. So the lead, only 2 runs now for Berkeley post 14 against Leesburg post 34. Back-to-back base hits to start off things for the Rangers. Brings up Harris. Edwards taking his time there on the mound. Meeting with Landon Sifford, catcher, as well as Colin Reed, the third baseman. Edwards steps onto the rubber. Harris steps into the right-handed box. Nobody out. Runner on first for Leesburg. Edwards checks the runner. First pitch, fastball right down the middle, fouled off by Harris into the backstop for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini and Aaron Byler. Edwards sets on the rubber. The kick and the delivery. Breaking ball. Stays inside. Evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. P.O. Faulkner here still trying to regain life on the scoreboard. This pitch, a fastball by Edwards, misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. As looking at the scoreboard, it looks like we got clear blue skies. Also here in Martinsburg, clear blue skies. And we have life on the scoreboard. Aaron Byler doing what he does best here. As this ball fouled off by Harris, makes the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Glad you knew how to do that. I couldn't have helped him.
Oh, man, it's always something, isn't it?
Runner on first. It's Yarborough after an RBI single to score Burkhart. Edwards sets, checks the runner at first. Stares at second. Wind up. And it's a line drive into the left center gap by Harris. Running over is Herndon. Scoops it up. Fires it to Reisenweber, the cutoff man. And it's another double. So 3 straight hits for Leesburg. It's Harris on second. Yarborough goes to third. Still nobody out in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Leesburg seems to be figuring it out a little bit here offensively. Caleb Edwards, through 5 innings so far, is up to 57 pitches. Has done a great job.
Double, single, and a double so far here this inning for the Rangers. As it is Miller up to bat. He pops this one into center. High, backtracking is Chase Herndon. He makes the catch, but it should be deep enough to allow a run to score, as Herndon, instead of trying to fire home, wanted to go for the runner that was tagging up from second to third in Harris. That throw was still not close. The run scores. It's now 4-3. That'll bring up Lautenschlager with 1 out and a runner on third.
Going to play the infield up, trying to cut down that run at the plate again. Runs maybe at a premium here the rest of the way, depending on what pitchers that they have available.
Lautenschlager 0 for 2 today, Edwards. And he gets his first hit, and we're tied as it's a single into the right field side. Cam Moore throws it in, but we're now knotted up at 4 in the top of the 5th between Leesburg post 34 and Berkeley post 14.
Well, you see the talent of this Leesburg team come alive here as Berkeley post 14 seem to have all the momentum, got the 4-1 advantage, but a nice inning here from the Rangers to tie this thing back up.
A lot of talent in that dugout, that's for sure.
Brings up Lasine. Has a solo home run tonight already and a walk. 1 out. First pitch from Edwards. Looked good. Must have been high for ball 1.
I told Jeff King I wouldn't comment on a strike zone, so we'll just let it at that.
Runner on first. 1 out. Top of the 5th. Fastball. Check swing. Let's see. It doesn't look like we're going to get a check from Landon Sifford. So it's going to be 2 balls and no strikes to Lasine.
No, all jokes aside, Jeff King does a great job, and we appreciate all his umpiring he does for the Eastern Panhandle.
Pitch from Edwards. Inside, called strike 1 to Lasine. Makes the count now 2-1. We got the C-137 by the 167th Air Wing here in Martinsburg, flying over P.O. Faulkner. Edwards sets on the mound. Checks the runner at first. And Lautenschlager. The pitch, a fastball. And the swing by Lasine. And it's going down the first base side all the way to the wall. And it's another stand-up double for Leesburg. The 3rd one here this inning. 5th hit in total. The runner's now on 2nd and 3rd. So the go-ahead run 90 feet away for the Rangers.
It didn't look like Cam Moore out there in right got a very good jump on that ball. Not saying that he could have caught it regardless. That's a well-hit ball. I think there's definitely action in the bullpen now, with Leesburg stringing several hits together.
Everybody so far has put the ball into play this inning for the Rangers, as we've seen 6 batters. Franis will be the 7th after this timeout called for the Hornets.
Yeah, 3rd time through the lineup, 3rd time through the lineup. These guys are, college-level hitters, and they're going to figure it out. Caleb's done a great job, continues to do a great job, but, sometimes you're only going to get through a lineup like this, 2 or 3 times.
Top of the 5th, it is Leesburg 4, Berkeley 4. After the Hornets put up 4 runs there in the bottom of the 4th, Leesburg has responded with 3 runs of its own here in the top of the 5th. 1 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd as the timeout concludes. And Franis steps up. He's 1 for 2 today with a double and a grounder and a fielder's choice to the second baseman. He swings at the first pitch, pops it over up to the right field side. Right at the line, it's Cam Moore, makes the catch, fires home. The play, not in time, sliding in is safely, will be Lautenschlager. It's now 5-4, Leesburg.
Just good baseball there. Cam Moore came over, got behind the baseball, made a throw. Landon Sifford let the ball travel as far as he could to the plate, and bang, bang, and just missed him.
It was a great throw. Just a couple seconds late, or maybe not even a couple seconds, maybe just 1 second, as Sifford could not apply a tag. We'll have a timeout called and a throw over to 3rd to make sure that the tag up was completed, as looks like he was called safe, so it remains 5-4. Edwards steps on the rubber. Up to bat now, it's Kelman for Leesburg. First pitch. Breaking ball just misses outside for ball 1. It's now 2 outs, runner on 3rd for the Leesburg Rangers, as they lead 5-4 now against the Berkeley post 14 Hornets. Fastball. Rounded right back up to Edwards. And he'll throw it over to first. Jason Myers for out number 3, but not before 4 runs cross the plate for Leesburg post 34. They now lead 5-4 well to the bottom of the 5th to see if Berkeley can respond after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices. And we've made buying a new car easier than ever with 1-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's now Leesburg back on top of Berkeley, post 14 by a score of 5-4. As Leesburg post 34 was up 1-0 there in the top of the 1st after a solo home run to right center by Lasine. Berkeley post 14 was able to respond with 4 runs there in the bottom of the 4th off a 2 RBI double by Riley Bubb, followed by a 2-run home run by Jason Myers. But there in the top of the 5th, 4 more runs came across for Leesburg on 5 hits. 3 of them doubles, 2 of them singles, and they now lead 5-4.
Yeah, they showed what they're capable of offensively in that inning, and I think post 14 has proven that they're just capable.
Chase Herndon up to bat to start things off in the bottom of the 5th, the 2 spot in the lineup for the Hornets. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 against Herndon from Charlie Krebs, who came in relief there for Ryan DeMartin, and the 2 batters he faced, he struck out. Pitch fastball, 1 hops off home plate, evens the count up at 1-1 to Herndon.
Nice save there by the catcher. That one would have squared up our umpire, Jeff King, I think.
Might have been a cup check. Krebs sets. Fastball right down the middle, and it 2 hops over to the shortstop Burkhart, throws it over to Lasine at first for out number 1.
Don't want to hit it to him tonight. You know, he's made every play. He's very smooth out there.
Count 4 plays that he's made so far. That was the 5th, actually. So there you go.
And he makes them look effortless.
Yes, he does. Very talented there in Bauer Burkhart at the shortstop for the Rangers. That brings up Colin Reed. He walked to start off at bottom of the 4th 4-run inning for the Hornets. Takes this pitch outside from Krebs for ball 1. Krebs relies on that fastball. We've seen him throw a curveball here and there, and that's about it. Both pitches pretty effective. Reed goes around, tried to hold the bat back, was unable to do so. Evens the count up at 1-1 as the pitch is a fastball outside. Charlie Krebs' pitch to Colin Reed is that curveball on the inside corner. Counts now 1 strikes to Colin Reed. Krebs quickly working on the mound, sets the kick and the delivery, a fastball that might have been a slider as it broke at the last second.
You saw
2 balls and 2 strikes.
You saw Colin Reed there move up pre-pitch, almost like he had the sign.
2-2 count, pitch just misses outside to the dismay of Leesburg. Counts now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Colin Reed.
He's such a talented hitter, too, that if that pitcher has any sort of tell, he's going to figure it out.
Payoff pitch from Charlie Krebs to Colin Reed, a fastball low for ball 4. That'll send Reed to first for a second walk to him. Bring up Jack Reisenweber.
Just great discipline there, and just a great at-bat from Colin Reed after falling behind early.
One out, runner on first for the Hornets. Reisenweber 0 for 1 today. He does have 2 at-bats, though. The grounder to the shortstop and a walk in his last at-bat. First pitch misses outside for ball 1 from Krebs.
Reisenweber just completed his freshman season at the University of Charleston, former Bulldog.
Pretty good season there for him as well. As the pitch, fastball off the glove of Kelman, but it stays in that left-handed batter's box, so staying put at first will be Colin Reed, but a 2-0 count to Reisenweber.
Yeah, he wasn't in the lineup early. Actually wasn't even on the travel team the first weekend. So, kudos to Jack for working hard, and, by the end of the year, he was pretty well playing the second game each doubleheader.
Krebs sets, checks the runner and Reed at first over his shoulder. Pitch, a fastball, misses outside, so it's now 3 balls and no strikes to Jack Reisenweber, who in his last at-bat I mentioned walked on 4 pitches. Trying to do so here. Be against a different pitcher, though, as he did face Ryan D. Martin in his last at-bat. Pitch, fastball right down the middle, which is what you expect on a 3-0 count. Makes the count 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, it's 5-4, Leesburg over Berkeley. Pitch high and inside, so back-to-back walks issued by Charlie Krebs, Colin Reed, and now Jack Reisenweber brings up Camian Gonzalez for the Hornets.
Same exact situation as we had in the 4th. Reisenweber walks and Reed walks.
The only difference, though, is that 1 out from Chase Herndon here in this bottom of the 5th. Krebs checks the runners. First pitch, fastball outside to Gonzalez for ball 1. 1-run game between Berkeley and Leesburg. It's Leesburg's 4th game of the season, Berkeley's 8th. Second pitch of the at-bat. Misses upstairs. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Camian Gonzalez.
8 games in already for Post 14. Manager Trip Tobin, he's getting after it early.
2 tournaments. They'll have a 3rd one here this weekend after this game today. Pitch fouled off by Gonzalez to the backstop. Makes the count now 2 balls and 1 strike as he had the timing correct. Just looked like missed it. He swung a little bit lower. If not, it probably could have went into dead center field.
He's right on it. He's put the ball in play hard, both at bats so far.
Both to the shortstop there in Bauer Burkhart. This one goes into right center gap, drops in for a base hit. Rounding third, coming home to score is Colin Reed. The throw's going to go over to third, and we're tied at 5. An RBI single for Camian Gonzalez in the top of the 5th. Scores Reed. Advancing to third is Jack Reisenweber. It's 1 out and runners on the corners for Riley Bubb.
Great piece of hitting there by Camian, just hitting the ball where it's pitched to that right center field gap. And, we kind of know with our guys, if you're seeing it well, if you're hitting to that right center field gap. So he's definitely seeing it well right now.
Krebs checks the runners at the corners. Sets the first pitch inside to Bubb for ball 1. Bubb steps out of the box. It's over at Coach Trip Tobin for the sign. 4 stepping back in. It's 1 out, 1-0 count to Bubb. He had a 2 RBI double in his last at-bat. Pitch, fastball outside corner called strike 1, evens the count up at 1 apiece.
So far, just a great ball game like we expected. Whenever any team builds any momentum, the other team battles back and forth throughout this one so far.
1-1 count. Runner going at first. Gonzalez the throw. 1 hops to the second baseman. And it's an out. Burkhart able to scoop it up, and caught stealing is Gonzalez. So now it's 2 outs and a runner on third, who surprisingly there did not try to go home to take the lead.
Yeah, you can't. That throw was so low. The first time you couldn't tell if the pitcher was going to cut it. The second time you couldn't tell if the second baseman was going to cut it. So just a great throw there by the catcher.
You see if that was a ball or a strike, as this pitch caught a strike, so I guess the last one would have been a ball. Otherwise, that would have been strike 3, so it's a 2-2 count.
2-2.
Riley Bubb up to bat. 5-5 in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch low and in. Counts now 3 balls and 2 strikes against Bub.
Didn't seem like Gonzalez got the best jump on that stolen base attempt either. It was a good throw, though, by the catcher.
Krebs sets the payoff pitch, a fastball, chopped off home plate, into play on the left side. Krebs unable to handle it, sliding home safe. And it's now 6-5 as Jack Reisenweber comes home to score off a, you want to call it a slap bunt by Riley Bubb.
I'm going to call it a single. It's going to go down as a single in the book.
Call that as well, so. The Hornets take the lead against the Rangers in the bottom of the 5th. Great hustle there in the base path as well for Riley Bubb. Early nominee for tonight's player of the game with 3 RBIs now.
Yeah, he's having himself a nice night.
Brings up Jason Myers, who's right behind him for possible player of the game with a 2-run home run. And the ball outside goes behind the catcher, Braden Kellman, but a runner stays at first.
It's nice to see Bub, manager Tobin told me he was in a little bit of a slump there with himself in the Morgantown, so it's nice to see him getting going.
This pitch misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes from Charlie Krebs to Jason Myers. It is 6-5. Berkeley post 14 leading Leesburg post 34. And Leesburg has some action in its bullpen there on the first base side again. Krebs sets the pitch. Fastball down the middle, called strike to Myers. Counts now 2-1 with 2 outs.
It's a lefty in the bullpen. I can't see the number right now.
Can't either. Once we get that, we'll figure it out. But a grounder from Myers slowly rolls to the second baseman, Aaron Leitenschlager. Picks it up off the dirt. Tosses it to Lasine at first for out number 3, but not before 2 runs cross the plate. Berkeley post 14 now leads 6-5 against Leesburg post 34 at the end of 5. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back for the 6th. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
An important community announcement concerning COVID-19 testing. Beginning June 18th, the drive-through COVID-19 testing site on the WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center campus will be closed. New walk-in COVID-19 community testing sites will be available instead at all 3 WVU Medicine urgent care locations in Charlestown, Inwood, and Spring Mills, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tests require a physician's order for symptomatic patients. Results available in 24 hours on WVU MyChart accounts. No appointment necessary.
Welcome back here to the top of the 6th in this 9-inning American Legion baseball game between Berkeley post 14 and Leesburg post 34, as it's post 14 leading post 34 by a score of 6-5 after 2 runs came across there for post 14 in the bottom of the 5th to retake the lead.
Caleb Edwards threw 5 innings at 66 pitches. Had a little bit of trouble there last inning, so I would imagine that manager Tobin has probably a short leash on him.
6, 7, 8 batters up for Leesburg and Smith, Burkhart, and Yarborough, as the first pitch from Edwards fouled off by Smith to the backstop for strike number 1 to start off this top of the 6th inning.
Velocity still appears to be, right where it was at the beginning of the game, so he hasn't lost anything there.
It's Caleb Edwards' first start here for the Hornets. He sets on the rubber. Kick in, the delivery to Smith. Popped up over to the first base dugout side. Trying to make a play is Jason Myers, and he does so right in front of the wall there for the first base dugout for out number 1.
It's a nice play there by Myers. Has to go there very close to the dugout railing. Ball's high in the air, twilight, so nice play.
That brings up Burkhart, who is 1 for 2 today. He's the one that led off that 4-run inning in the top of the 5th with a double to left. Edwards sets here against Burkhart. The first pitch above the shoulders for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on base for Leesburg. Burkhart steps back into the box. The second pitch to him misses outside. The count now 2 balls and no strikes.
He's right around it, just missing a little bit.
Edwards gets the ball back from Sifford. Sets. Hits the call. The delivery, fastball fouled off into the net. Makes the count now 2 balls and 1 strike for Burkhart. I believe this might be the first game for Burkhart for Leesburg, as I was looking at the stats that were given to us, and I did not see any for him.
He does not have any.
So, pretty good night for him so far as he fouls this one off to even the count up at 2-2. As I said, 1 for 2 today.
Yeah, in summer baseball, you know, you look at this lineup card, and they're missing a couple kids from the roster, but that's the way it works both teams, and that's the way it worked all summer.
Edwards sets the pitch. Outside corner called, strike 3. Down goes Burkhart for the first strikeout of the evening for Caleb Edwards for out number 2 in this top of the 6th to bring up Yarborough.
It's a great pitch there. Great job by Landon Sifford framing it, you know. Never moved his glove.
Painting that edge of home plate on the outside part. Yarborough 1 for 2 today as well. First pitch swinging, he grounds this down the third base line. Colin Reed does not make a throw. It's going to be an infield single for Yarborough with 2 outs.
You know, I like that by Colin Reed. You know, that's heads-up baseball. You got 2 outs. You know, you don't want to. That's a do-or-die play. I don't think he really had a chance. And too many times, you know, our guys included, you see high school players go ahead and cut that one loose, and it goes down the right field line. The kid's standing on third base. So just very heads-up play there by Colin.
Especially with 2 outs as well. That'll bring up Harris. Harris also 1 for 2 today. He flew out the center in his first at-bat in the 3rd, and then doubled in his last at-bat there in the 5th, which was an RBI double. Pitch. Swing and a miss off a fastball right down the belt of Harris for strike 1. Runner on first, 2 outs. It's 6-5. Berkeley post 14 leading Leesburg post 34. Pitch from Edwards. High and inside, evens the count up at 1-1 to Harris. Harris steps back into the right-handed box. Edwards checks the runner at first in Yarborough, who takes a little bit of a lead off the first base side. Pitch. Grounded right down the third base line. Reed decides to throw to second, and he just gets it in time for out number 3. Close play there, probably closer than he wanted, but that's the end of the top of the 5th. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th after a 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the 6th inning we go. The 8-9-1 batters due up for Berkeley post 14, who leads by 1 against Leesburg post 34. The 8-9-1 batters are Baden Hartman, Landon Siffert, and Cameron Moore. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, hoping that you're enjoying tonight's ball game here at P.O. Faulkner. Alongside me is Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler, as well as Nick Verzolini. Our cameramen are John Alderton and Dylan Bishop. Back at the studio, it's Avery Newport. Things kind of cooling down here as the sun sets in Martinsburg.
I don't know if they're enjoying it, but I'm enjoying it. You know, it's nice to sit up here and watch the game, call the game, and not have to make all the decisions that manager Tobin has to make tonight. It's we kind of just flip spots.
I was about to say, you get to critique him now, as he was in the press box with us broadcasting-wise during the high school games this year.
Yeah,
we thank him and you for helping us out.
Well, the problem is he was too nice to me all year, so I can't really be too critical.
Stepping into the right-handed box, it's the designated hitter, Baden Hartman. Hartman struck out on a drop third strike in his first at-bat and was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Takes the first pitch for a ball to start off this bottom of the 6th. I believe it's still Charlie Krebs out there. It is on the mound. So we still have some action in that bullpen for Leesburg. As Hartman fouls this one off on the net on that first base side, makes the count now 1 ball and 1 strike.
I would imagine that Baden Hartman's doing double duty today. They had, as the 3-week flex window started, I'm sure Musselman had football this morning, and now he's coming to play baseball.
Set from Krebs. Off-speed pitch, fouled off to the backstop by Hartman. Makes the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And we'll see Hartman then on Friday during the 7-on-7 tournament there at Coburn Field for Martinsburg, as we will have a 2-hour special show of the Sports Mix live during that 7-on-7 tournament from 11 to 1 p.m. Pitch from Krebs, swing and a miss on a high outside fastball. Down goes Hartman for out number 1 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Do they know how many teams they're having come into the 7-on-7?
A lot. I think 5 of the 6 EPAC teams. The only one not there is Hedgesville. Now, East Hardy and Berkeley Springs will be there, as well as I think 3 or 4 high schools from Virginia. Have to check my phone later to officially give you a number, but right now it's being used for Game Changer. As this first pitch to Landon Siffert outside for ball 1, check swing. Siffert did not go around, so as I said, it's a 1-0 count. 1 out, nobody on base in the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-5, Berkeley leading Leesburg. Now a hard chopper over to the shortstop. Burkhart makes the crow across his body. Beautiful play there by Burkhart. Said that almost every inning tonight for out number 2.
I think he has, 5 putouts, and 3 of them have been well above average plays.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't an easy play, but he kind of made it look effortless like he has all night.
Off his back foot across his body. That is a very tough play at any level. 2 outs, nobody on base. Cameron Moore up to bat. First pitch from Charlie Krebs, outside part of the plate, called strike 1 to Moore. Moore 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and a strikeout. Takes the next pitch inside, evens the count up at 1-1. Moore steps back into the left-handed box. Here against Krebs, the kick and the delivery, inside fastball, makes the count now 2 balls and 1 strike.
If you're Cam Moore here, just looking to get on, extend the inning.
Herndon on deck for Berkeley post 14 as the pitch misses way outside, 3-1 count to Cameron Moore.
And if he gets on first, I wouldn't be surprised if he steals.
Krebs steps off the rubber behind the pitcher's mound. Walks back up the mound and steps back on. Sets. Pitch. Outside ball 4. Cameron Moore will take his base. Bring up Chase Herndon. So it's a 2-out walk. We'll have a timeout called. And we'll see if that is the end for Charlie Krebs, and it looks like it is. So we'll have a 1-minute commercial break here during this pitching change. But a pretty good outing for Krebs. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Mac Yarborough. Welcome back here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. We have a pitching change brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too. Now on the mound, coming in from the designated hitter spot for Leesburg, it's number 4, Mac Yarborough.
Don't have any pitching stats on him. We do have some offensive stats. Looks like a long lefty. You know, I'm sure he'll have some run on his ball. And, yeah, he looks like he's going to be tough.
As he ends his warm-ups here. Up to bat, it's Chase Herndon with 2 outs and a runner on first for Berkeley post 14. 6-5. The Hornets lead the Rangers of Leesburg, and a pickoff attempt to start off for Yarborough. Sliding in safe at first is Cameron Moore. Yarborough sets on the mound. First pitch from the lefty. Outside part of home plate, called strike 1 to Chase Herndon.
The other thing the lefty does that makes it hard for Cam to run down there at first, definitely a run situation here.
Cameron Moore takes a big lead, and another throw over to first. Sliding in head first safely is Moore. Sign decided not to place a tag on. Herndon singled and then grounded to short twice, so he's 1 for 3 so far this evening, as the pitch from Yarborough high and inside. 1-1 as that one pretty close to hitting Chase Herndon. That could have been pretty painful.
Yeah, Herndon was the co-player of the year in the EPAC this past season.
Yarborough another pickoff, and this one in the dirt. Able to keep it in front of him's the sign. Again, safe at first. It's Cameron Moore. 2 outs, 1-1 count to Herndon here against Yarborough in his first at bat that he's faced. And a pitch high and outside, 2-1 count to Herndon.
Looks to have a little bit of control issues here early on.
Again, we didn't see any stats for him, so don't know if he's actually pitched or not so far this season. Mac Yarborough's pitch to Herndon. Big swing and a miss. As Herndon stumbled his way after that big cut. Evens count up at 2-2.
Yeah, Herndon unfortunately helped him out a little bit there.
Yeah, that pitch was at eye level, it looked like. Runner on first is Moore. Herndon up to bat for Berkeley. The pitch from Yarborough fouled off to the third base side off the net. Keeps the count at 2-2. I think that's the first time we've seen a foul ball to the third base side tonight.
Yep, more righty batters in both lineups, so with guys throwing velocity, you're typically going to foul it off to the right side.
Yarborough gets a new ball. Steps on the rubber and sets. Checks the runner, Moore. Looks back at home. Back at the runner. Back at home. The pitch. Again fouled off to the third base side. This time way out of play. Keeps the count at 2-2 with 2 outs.
Wasn't there a Ryan Yarborough that pitched for the Rays?
I don't know. You'd have to
like
check.
That's a name that I remember hearing.
2-2 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. It's 6-5. Berkeley post 14 leading Leesburg post 34. Runner going. The pitch. Off the glove of Braden Kelman to the backstop. And if Cameron Moore was paying a little bit more attention there, he possibly could have not only took second but third on that as well.
You know, I said I wasn't going to critique manager Tobin, but my question is, what the heck took so long to run?
A lot of the throws that we've also seen from Braden Kelman have been pretty wild there from home to second, too, so I agree.
There is a Ryan Yarborough that pitches for the Rays currently.
Well, you'll have to ask later if there's any relation, but the payoff pitch, high and outside, ball 4 to Chase Herndon, so he battles back. It's another walk here this inning, and we'll have a time called. Mac Yarborough, maybe
they're making the change. Didn't like what he saw.
Hurt himself, possibly? Or are they just going to change him?
I don't think they liked how he looked. He might be one of those guys that you can tell very early on if he's got it or not, and I think they felt like he didn't have it.
Well, we have another pitching change, so we're going to take another 60-second break and then figure out who the new pitcher is here for Leesburg. But it's still 6-5. Berkeley post 14 leads Leesburg post 34. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road.
As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community.
I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
You need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today.
Welcome back here, still in the bottom of the 6th as we have another pitching change, and those are brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too. And the new pitcher is number 9, Nick Harris, coming in from center field for Leesburg post 34 after Mac Yarborough only faces one batter, and it was a walk against Chase Herndon, so they didn't like what they saw from him, so his night is done.
Don't have any pitching stats on Nick Harris either. He is committed to go to Bridgewater as a pitcher/utility player.
Colin Reed up to bat now. Runners on first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Colin Reed, 2 walks so far this evening as he takes the first pitch from Harris for strike 1. He also grounded out in a double play there in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1 today. Is the next pitch, a fastball right down the middle from Harris. No balls, 2 strikes to Colin Reed. Reed steps into the right-handed box. Harris sets on the mound, checks the runners at first and second. The delivery, fastball outside, just misses. The count 1-2 now to Reed.
Yeah, it was out. I think Jeff King's zone's been really good all night.
1 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on for Berkeley post 14. The pitch popped up over to the right side, calling everybody off is Stone Lasine, the first baseman. He makes the catch for out number 3 finally here in this bottom of the 6th. Still 6-5. The Hornets lead the Rangers. We'll take a 1-minute break and then head to the 7th. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
At Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths, we ensure your home is both beautiful and functional.
We've been taking care of our neighbors for over 25 years.
We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodeling, from start to finish, from design until installation. Whether it's countertops, cabinets, backsplashes, or full baths, we've got you covered.
Custom work done with care. We are Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park, and it looks like we have a pitching change for Berkeley Post 14. And again, your pitching changes brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too. After 6 innings, Caleb Edwards' night is finished. And on the mound now for the Hornets is number 16, Daquan Shipe from Jefferson High School.
It also looks like they changed catchers, too. I believe Ty Broughton is now behind the plate.
Sifford's night will be done as well.
I think manager Tobin, when I talked to him before the game, he was trying to pair Edwards and Sifford up. You know, they've worked together well all year, so he wanted to see that.
So I readjust everything here on my scorebook, and the first pitch from Shipe, taking ball 1 here against Miller. Next pitch, Miller, the right field coming in on it. Cameron Moore makes the catch for out number 1.
Nice read there by Cam Moore.
2 pitches, 1 out to bring up Leitenschlager for Leesburg.
And Aaron, your Martinsburg team went up against Daquan Shipe twice this year. What does he kind of bring to the table for this post 14 team?
Just very composed, gets up there, throws the baseball, doesn't take a whole lot of time in between pitches. Good curveball. As I say that, he hits it with a curveball.
He missed his release point, so he hits Leitenschlager in the back.
Well, here's the other thing with Daquan is that we don't know the last time they threw a bullpen. I know this is the first time that he's been here. So he hasn't played a game with them since Jefferson was in the state tournament, which means he hasn't pitched since the last time that Jefferson and us played here in that regional. So sometimes it's hard. It's hard to find your groove out there.
Going to bring up the sign. First pitch from Shipe, outside for ball 1. 1 out, runner on first for Leesburg, post 34. Shipe sets, checks the runner at first, a pitch. Just missing outside. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. Sign as a solo home run tonight. That's what made the game 1-0 there in the first. Since then, he's walked and doubled. Pitch misses low. 3 straight balls now to Lassine against Shipe.
Yeah, don't want to put him on here and put the tying run scoring position.
3-0 pitch. Fastball low. 4-pitch walk to Lassine. After a hit by pitch, puts runners at first and second now with 1 out to bring up Franis. Franis doubled, grounded into a fielder's choice at second, and had a sac fly to right for an RBI so far this evening.
Big situation here. Ground ball away from double playing, being out of the inning.
First pitch to Franis. Hits the outside corner for strike 1 from Shipe. It is 6-5 here in the top of the 7th inning. Berkeley post 14 leads Leesburg post 34. The pitch gets by Ty Broughton, the catcher, over to the left side of the backstop. And that's going to allow both base runners to advance 1 base each. So Lassine now stands on second, and Leitenschlager stands on third.
Just a tough pitch for Broughton to handle there. Not really much you could do with that. Just unfortunate timing, because now they're going to go second and third, and they're going to have to bring the infield up, and now a base hit gets through, and you're down a run. So just unfortunate there. You know, can't wild pitches like that will hurt in this situation.
The entire infield for the Hornets on the edge of the grass. The pitch from Shipe, and it's ripped into left field. Backtracking is Riley Bob over his head. 1 hops the wall, and 2 runners will come home to score. It is a stand-up double by Franis. It's now Leesburg post 34 in the lead in the top of the 7th by a score of 7-6 over Berkeley post 14.
Yeah, he just got that fastball turned around on it. You know, Bub is traditionally a third baseman. You know, he can play the outfield. You know, I think they're trying to get the best bats in the lineup, and that's why he's out there tonight. But that ball's over anybody's head.
So timeout's called here for Berkeley post 14, trying to settle down Shipe on the mound, as it's Kelman due up with 1 out and a runner on second. And the lead back in the hands of Leesburg Post 34 Rangers. It's been a back and forth game here this evening at P.O. Faulkner. Very entertaining one here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, our first American Legion baseball broadcast of the season.
Yeah, you almost feel like whoever has the last at bat might win it, and fortunately for us, Post 14 does.
Hopefully that would be the case as the pitch from Shipe, a fastball. Called strike one on the outside corner to Kelman.
Watched some of the games from last year a little bit, just looking for some stuff to put together for.
Pitch fouled down the third baseline and out of play. Counts now no balls and 2 strikes, as
for
you were
our
saying,
promo, and it seems like a lot more runs are scored in Legion, or at least in the games we had last year, than maybe compared to high school at times. I know one game was like close to 20 runs for each team.
That's what I was thinking. As this pitch high and inside for a ball makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kelman. And if I remember correctly, I think that was in a doubleheader game too, so that was a pretty long day.
Yes, it was.
Shipe sets the pitch. Breaks outside, evens the count up at 2-2 for Daquan Shipe here against Kelman. Kelman steps back into the right-handed box. Runner on second for Leesburg is Franis after he got a 2 RBI double. Big swing and a miss. Ty Broughton scoops it up. Strikeout. Down goes Kelman for out number 2, the first strikeout of the evening for Daquan Shipe, and only the second in total against Leesburg.
Yeah, big pitch right there by Daquan.
And I think a lot of that might have to do with pitchers probably don't know the tendencies of the batters as much, and everybody in the lineup is probably either the best or second best player on their high school team.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, I think you got the best players, and then there's no, like we talked about earlier, chart in every hitter. There's no charts on these guys.
Smith up to bat, fouls off the first pitch into the backstop for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike for Smith. The pitch from Shipe just misses the outside part of the plate, 1-1, and that's one of the rare pitches this evening that you might disagree with on the call. Shipe checks the runner at second. The pitch, fastball pops up into the night sky. Ty Broughton takes his mask off, looks up, and it goes behind the press box. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes for Smith. Had to wait there. Wanted to make sure it actually did go behind the press box this time. As the last time I thought it did, it was there in right field.
Fly ball to right field.
Don't want to get caught twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me is what the saying is. It's Daquan Shipe. Pitch. Ground ball over to the shortstop. Jack Reisenweber charges it on the grass. The throw. Stretching out as Jason Myers makes the catch for out number 3. Not before 2 runs cross the plate. Leesburg Post 34 now leads 7-6 over Berkeley Post 14. We'll head to the 7th inning stretch with a 1-minute commercial break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Want to give you stats to end the evening for Caleb Edwards. He pitched 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, all 5 being earned. He had 1 strikeout and 2 walks. As we head to the bottom of the 7th now, due up for Berkeley post 14 is the shortstop, Jack Reisenweber.
And what a play Jack made there to end that inning. I think we take for granted how good he is over there.
Takes the first pitch for a strike. Next one misses outside, evens the count up at 1-1 to Reisenweber from Nick Harris, who's the fourth pitcher so far for Leesburg this evening. Harris pitch misses outside, makes the count now 2-1 to Reisenweber. Reisenweber 0 for 1 today, but 3 at bats. He's walked twice and grounded out to short. Next pitch pops up over to the first base side above the dugout and out of play. The count's now 3-1.
It's nice to see Jack wearing that M helmet again. You know, he was big time for us in his time here, and just great to see him out on the field.
Harris sets the pitch, grounded over to the second baseman. Leighton Schlager charges forward, scoops it up off the dirt, fires it to first for out number 1. So down goes Reisenweber for 3. That brings up Camian Gonzalez. Gonzalez singled in his last at-bat and then was later caught stealing. As it's 7-6 Leesburg here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch, big swing and a miss from Gonzalez against Harris for strike 1. He was fooled there on the slider, thought it was a fastball. Pitch from Harris. High and outside, evens the count up at 1-1.
In your traditional high school game with 7 innings, this will be down to their last 2 outs. So fortunately,
not the case tonight.
Fortunately, we're playing 9.
Pitch popped up to the right side, out of play. It's the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Fortunately or unfortunately, right?
Well, fortunately for Berkeley post 14.
Unfortunately for you guys. I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it as well.
It's
finally cooled off here this evening.
It's been a great baseball game.
Can never complain when it's a baseball night. It's this pitch from Harris outside, evens the count up at 2-2.
We haven't had a game in a while.
Exactly.
So,
it's fun being back on the headset. It's Colin McLaughlin here, and I'll get you your other names on the call as this one pops up by Gonzalez into the outfield. Leighton Schlager, the second baseman, backtracks slightly on the outfield grass and right center, makes the catch for out number 2. Again, Colin McLaughlin here. It's Nick Verzolini to my right. To my left, it is Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler. Our cameraman is Dylan Bishop as John Alderton is headed home here this evening. Huge shout out to him for helping us out. It's Riley Bubb up to bat. Pops up the first pitch to the right side, and Leighton Schlager in the same place as the last time he made the catch against Gonzalez. Makes the catch this time for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down goes Berkeley. Post 14 and to 7. It is 7-6 Leesburg. 1 minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Welcome back here as we head to the top of the 8th inning now between Berkeley post 14 and Leesburg post 34 as Leesburg leads 7-6 here as we head to the 8th inning. And due up here for Leesburg, it's the 7, 8, 9 batters in Burkhart, Yarborough, and Harris.
New pitcher on the mound, Dylan Stevens.
As your pitching changes brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too. Daquan Shipe's day ends after 1 full inning pitching-wise there. He gave up 2 runs off 1 hit, as well as a walk and a strikeout.
Stevens comes in early on the year, has pitched 8.1 innings, and has a 1-0 record.
Burkhardt up to bat here against Stevens. Wears number 11 here for Berkeley Post 14 from Musselman High School.
Good to see him back out there. I think Tripp mentioned he had to come out early due to some tightness their last game.
First pitch from Stevens to Burkhardt for strike one, Aaron.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Yeah, with talking with Tripp, they tried to short start him and then bring him back on Sunday, and he had a little soreness.
Next pitch upstairs, evens the count at 1-1 to Burkhardt. Burkhardt 1 for 3 here tonight in this game for Leesburg. Dylan Stevens rocks back the pitch. Big swing and a miss from Burkhardt for strike number 2.
I think we know from watching Dylan all season at the high school level that he's very capable of shutting this team down and giving Post 14 a chance.
Stevens sets the pitch, just misses outside, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes for Burkhardt. Burkhardt steps back into that right-handed box, pretty close to that line, and he swings and misses. Dylan Stevens, first batter he faces, he strikes out. Start off the top of the 8th to bring up Yarborough.
I think every time he was on the mound, the opposing team saw a lot of that.
Mac Yarborough steps into the left-handed batter's box. Designated hitter so far. I believe 2 for 3 tonight. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1 to Yarborough from Stevens. 2 singles so far and a fly out to right so far for Yarborough. Pitch, big swing and a miss for strike number 2.
Looks like a changeup there.
Yarborough steps out of that left-handed box, takes a couple practice swings, and now steps back in. It's down 0-2 with 1 out, nobody on base in the top of the 8th for Leesburg. The pitch from Stevens popped up to the left side. Ty Broughton takes his mask off, tries to track the ball, and it goes out over to the bleachers on the third base side. Keeps the count at 0 balls and 2 strikes.
You wonder here too with their tournament coming up this weekend if manager Tobin is just going to go with 1 inning for all his guys that are going to pitch this inning just to kind of give them a little weekday work.
0 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Dylan Stevens on the mound. The pitch grounded down the first base side. Jason Myers will make the play himself for the second out of this top of the 8th.
That would make a lot of sense, especially when you have as much pitching depth as this team has. And a lot of these guys haven't necessarily thrown a lot of innings recently.
Yeah, and I think it makes a lot of sense, but I'll also tell you that the manager Tobin wants to beat this team tonight with all these D1 and D2 guys.
Harris up to bat the first pitch from Stevens in the turf for ball 1.
I think anytime a team of this caliber comes to town, if you got a chance to win it, you play to win it, and I'm sure he'll do that.
Especially since it'd be the first loss issued if it was Leesburg getting lost, as they're 3-0. Pitch from Stevens, misses outside. The count's now 2-0. Berkeley Post 14 trying to get its 6th win as they're 5-2 this year. Stevens shakes off the call from Ty Broughton, his catcher. Likes this one, the pitch. Inside corner, strike. It's called against Harris. 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the 8th, 2 outs, nobody on for Leesburg as they lead 7-6. This one high down that first base line. Cam Moore slides, unable to make the catch as it goes off his glove and into that first base bullpen.
Great effort.
That's twice now that he's almost had it but just missed there on that first base side in the outfield.
A lot of action in right field for Cam Moore, and you're going to see that. You got high-level pitchers that are throwing low to mid 80s, and you got very good college hitters. And that's what good hitters do is they hit the ball the other way.
2-2 count now here for Harris, who is 1 for 3 this evening. Pitch from Stevens, just high for 3 balls and 2 strikes now. 2 outs, nobody on. Payoff pitch from Dylan Stevens. Fastball high and outside, ball 4 to Harris, so it's a 2-out walk. Get to the top of the lineup now for Leesburg with Miller up to bat.
Run situation here for Leesburg. I wouldn't be surprised to see I think we're gonna see a
pinch runner.
Pinch runner, yep. Definitely a run situation.
And it looks like it's a number 6 out there. Don't know which one it is, as there's 2 on the lineup. It's probably Connor Mock. That would be my guess as well. Pinch runner off the bench. And first pitch high for ball 1. Other number 6 is Kelman, who's still in the lineup. So, yeah, most likely is Mock. As a throw over by Stevens at first. Standing up, safe on first is Mock. 1 ball, no strikes to Miller. Pitch from Stevens. Misses inside for ball 2. Top of the 8th inning. Here in American Legion baseball action between Berkeley post 14 and Leesburg post 34. The pitch right down the middle from Stevens to Miller makes the count now 2-1. Stevens, the 3rd pitcher so far tonight here for Berkeley post 14. This 1-run game. Pitch high and inside. 3-1 count now to Miller. Runner on first is Mock in the place of Harris after Harris walked in the last at-bat. And this one right down the third base line, and it's fair. One hops to the wall down 305 on that left field line, and it's a stand-up double for Miller with 2 outs. Puts runners on second and third. And brings up Leighton Schlager for Leesburg.
Fortunately, Riley Bubb was able to get to that ball rather quickly and get it in. I thought off the bat that with 2 outs and the guy moving that initially he might have a chance to score. But, fortunately for post 14, Riley was able to get that ball in quickly and hold that guy. So far, no damage.
But a big opportunity now for Leesburg to extend its 1-run lead with runners on second and third. However, there is 2 outs here in this top of the 8th.
Definitely a critical point here in this baseball game.
First pitch from Stevens to Leighton Schlager, right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Leighton Schlager hit by a pitch in 1 pitch in his last at-bat. He's singled so far, hit into a double play, and grounded to third. Next pitch, breaking ball outside in the turf, evens the count up at 1-1 as Ty Broughton keeps the ball in front of him and traps it. 7-6, Leesburg leads Berkeley. Pitch from Stevens, big swing and a miss from Leighton Schlager, makes the count 1-2 as he wanted to send that one into the woods there in left field. Drop to a knee, that's already swung. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dylan Stevens trying to get out of the inning here for Berkeley post 14, but not before a timeout's called by Leighton Schlager, who steps out of the right-handed box and back in. Runners on second and third for Leesburg take their leads off the bases. The pitch from Stevens to Leighton Schlager, and it's hit into right field. Backtracking's Cameron Moore. Makes the catch for out number 3. A big out there. Make sure no runners come home to score in this 8th inning. It stays at 7-6. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th after a 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths, we ensure your home is both beautiful and functional.
We've been taking care of our neighbors for over 25 years.
We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodeling, from start to finish, from design until installation. Whether it's countertops, cabinets, backsplashes, or full baths, we've got you covered.
Custom work done with care. We are Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the 8th we go. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Nick Verzolini and Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler, as it is Leesburg post 34 leading Berkeley post 14 by a score of 7-6. Due up here for Berkeley post 14 is Jason Myers, Baden Hartman, and Landon Sifford. Pretty good game so far on hand here at P.O. Faulkner.
Yeah, I think it's been really, really quality baseball game. I think there's been some outstanding plays made. There's been some great pitching, great hitting. Don't think you can ask for much more.
Nick Harris on the mound here for Leesburg. The first pitch, swing and a miss from Jason Myers for strike one to start this bottom of the 8th.
Myers a good guy to have up.
He has a 2-run home run so far tonight. Pitch from Harris, misses outside. 1-1
There's
count.
a bad guy on this team to have up now that you think about it. But
yeah, I mean, I wish I had a 7-hitter like Myers, right?
Yeah, you and everybody else.
Pitch, slider outside for a strike, makes the count 1-2 to Myers. Nick Harris is pitched to Jason Myers. Inside, called strike 3. Caught looking, down goes Myers for out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th. First strikeout tonight for Nick Harris. Came in there in the 6th inning to end it. So far, so good for him.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Brings up Baden Hartman, the designated hitter for Berkeley Post 14, and he rips this one right up the middle into center field for a single. Right past the glove of Nick Harris, who just couldn't extend it far enough. That brings up Landon Sifford with 1 out and a runner on first for Berkeley Post 14 here in the bottom of the 8th, down 1.
It's going to be Ty Broughton.
Ty Broughton, you are correct. I forgot that they switched, and I hadn't written it down yet in the lineup card.
Also,
had it defensively.
Also a situation here with Hartman on first, down a run late in the game. You know, do you run, do you not run? You know, one of those little nuances of baseball.
First pitch, swing and a miss from Broughton for strike 1 off the fastball from Harris.
It's really hard to keep a kid with Baden Hartman's speed at first base, though, I'll tell you that.
Hartman takes a lead off first. Harris looks over at him. First baseman Lasine trying to keep him close. Broughton squares the bunt, bunts it right back to the pitcher. The throw only able to go to first. So the 1-3 fielder's choice allows a sac bunt successfully put Hartman at second. But there's now 2 outs. Cameron Moore up to bat.
Yeah, tough decision there on whether you want to bunt or steal. We did see Gonzalez get thrown out earlier, so maybe that was part of the reason why they decided to go to the bunt.
Well, the bunt puts him on second, and it gets arguably the best hitter of the night up.
Cameron Moore takes the first pitch from Harris, low and inside for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on second. Pitch, fastball high and outside, 1-1 now to Cameron Moore. As you heard from Aaron Byler, one of the best hitters so far tonight. 2 for 3 on the evening, single, double, and a walk and a strikeout. And as far at bats, and he grounds this one back to the right side of Nick Harris, who steps off the pitcher's mound, throws it to Stone Lasine at first for out number 3. So it remains 7-6. Leesburg Post 34 leads Berkeley Post 14. We'll head to the 9th inning after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
An important community announcement concerning COVID-19 testing. Beginning June 18th, the drive-through COVID-19 testing site on the WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center campus will be closed. New walk-in COVID-19 community testing sites will be available instead at all 3 WVU Medicine urgent care locations in Charlestown, Inwood, and Spring Mills, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tests require a physician's order for symptomatic patients. Results available in 24 hours on WVU MyChart accounts. No appointment necessary.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome back here as we head to the 9th inning, final one of regulation here between Leesburg Post 34 and Berkeley Post 14 as Leesburg leads 7-6. And it looks like we got another new pitcher here for Berkeley Post 14 as Colin Reed will go out as your pitching change, brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too, as basically have that memorized here so far tonight, as we've said it 8 times now.
Yeah, and I think like we talked about there, I think Manager Tobin's gone 1 inning with all his guys that are going to start this weekend. Colin was one of the guys that pitched against Morgantown on Friday night.
Is it just a straight swap, it looks like, possibly? Is that Stevens at third, it looks like? I think I saw an 11, so Dylan Stevens will go over to third base now for Colin Reed.
Yep. So Colin was another guy with a little bit of arm trouble after the weekend from talking with Manager Tobin. So good to see him back out here. Talk about all these guys in the EPAC, and Colin Reed is just a phenomenal baseball player. His baseball IQ is through the roof. He'll be back for Washington as well next year, and just tremendous kid overall. So good to see that there's no lagging arm injury for him.
So Dylan Stevens, pitching-wise, is finished. He went 1 inning, no hits allowed, no runs as well, 1 strikeout and 1 walk. So Colin Reed on the mound, as we said, now for Berkeley Post 14 here in the 9th. And it is Lasine, Franis, and Kelman, the 3-4-5 batters due up for Leesburg. First pitch from Reed in the turf for ball 1 to start the top of the 9th to Lasine, who has walked twice, has a double and a solo home run tonight.
It's big here to keep him off the scoreboard, give yourself a chance in the bottom.
Colin Reed's pitch, fastball, grounder to the shortstop, Jack Reisenweber. Scoops it up off the dirt. His throw across his body gets by off the glove of Jason Myers. So that's going to allow Lasine to be safe. And what would you rule at? You think it's a error there by Reisenweber?
I think it's a hit. I think that's a tough play. I think if he makes it, I think we're talking about the 4th or 5th phenomenal play that we've seen tonight. You could probably rule it either way, but I don't know. That's a tough play. High school level, that's a hit. This level, maybe it's an error.
Looks like Game Changer's giving it a single, so we'll go with it.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that.
So Lasine gets a single there. Bring up Franis here against Colin Reed. Pitch at the knees of Franis, called strike 1. 7-6 is your score here in the top of the 9th. Franis 2 for 4 so far tonight for Leesburg. Reed checks the runner in Lasine at first. Goes back towards home. Sets. The stretch. High pitch as the ball sails from the throw of Ty Broughton, the catcher, into right field. Cam Moore unable to handle it, and it's going to allow the runner to take second base as the ball continues to roll through the infield, and that's going to allow the runner to go all the way to third. Everybody just falling apart in the infield for Berkeley Post 14 as the throw from Cam Moore went by the cutoff man, Camian Gonzalez, through the legs of the shortstop, Jack Reisenweber. Dylan Stevens at third tried to pick it up and throw it to the pitcher, Colin Reed, who had to cover third, but he bobbled it as well. And a lot of errors there allow the runner to go to third.
It's just unfortunate.
A 1-0 count, or excuse me, a 1-1 count to Franis.
You got him in a situation there where they're got to think about bunting to try and play for a run, and then all of a sudden you throw one into right field and the guy's on third base. And just unfortunate, unlucky right there.
Colin Reed checks the runner at third as the infield all the way in on the grass. The breaking ball stays high. Count now 2 balls and no strikes to Franis. Now 2 balls and 1 strike, my apologies. It's a 2-1 count here for Reed against Franis with nobody out and a runner on third in the top of the 9th in a 7-6 ball game. Leesburg leads. The pitch from Reed, called strike 2, evens the count up to Franis.
Strikeout here will be huge.
Reed has only faced 2 batters as he just came in here in this 9th inning. The pitch popped up over to the first base side at the dugout and out of play. Keeps the count at 2-2. Leesburg Post 34 trying to hang on and add an insurance run here as they lead 7-6 over Berkeley Post 14. Runner on third is the sign. The pitch from Reed. Swing and a miss. Down goes Franis for out number one. And as Aaron Byler said, a strikeout would be huge, and Colin Reed gets it.
Yeah, that's big time out of Colin. We're still going to see the infield up here. Only one out, but that's a big out.
Brings up Kelman. Struck out in his last at bat. He's also grounded back to the pitcher and twice to the second baseman. So he is 0 for 4. So if you want anybody in this situation, if you're Berkeley post 14 to hopefully get another out, it's him. As he fouls this one off for strike one. Kelman steps out of the box, takes the practice swing as Colin Reed, the pitcher for Berkeley post 14, gets a new baseball. Doesn't like it, so he just throws it back, and Ty Broughton trying to see which one would be better for Colin Reed to throw back to him. Gets one and does so. Runner on third, one out in the top of the ninth for Leesburg. Reed's pitch outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Kelman, even though I said he's 0 for 4 today, he came into the game batting .462.
Yeah, it's pick or poison in this lineup. I don't know who you want up.
Pitch from Reed, high and inside, makes the count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Kelman.
Looks to be like Reed's having a little bit of grip issues. He held on to that first fastball that missed outside too long, and then he released that curveball too early. So I don't know if he doesn't have a feel for it right now or what.
Reed sets on the rubber, the pitch, big swing and a miss. A fastball high and inside at eye level. Makes the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes against Kelman, who should have the count at 3-1.
Yeah, I think Reed missed again. A little high, but batter bailed him out there.
Runner on third takes his lead, the pitch. In the turf, Ty Broughton drops down, keeps it in front of him, but the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kelman. 1 out, 1-run game between Berkeley post 14 and Leesburg post 34. It's Leesburg in the lead 7-6 here in this 9th inning.
Very big pitch coming up in this baseball game.
Payoff pitch from Reed, and it's a line drive into right center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Scooping it up is Chase Herndon, and it's a stand-up RBI double for Kelman to make the score now Leesburg 8, Berkeley 6 here in the top of the 9th inning.
And just how many balls have we seen hit hard into the right field gap? That right center gap. That's where we try to teach our kids to hit the baseball all the time. Let the ball travel, hit it to the right center field gap, and I mean, Leesburg has just made a habit of that tonight. Just a great piece of hitting.
Looks like we'll have another pinch runner, and it's Mock coming back in here for Kelman. And brings up Smith. Smith tonight also 0 for 4. Colin Reed checks the runner behind him at second. The first pitch to Smith, upstairs for ball 1. (8-6) is your score here in the top of the 9th as Leesburg leads Berkeley. Reed looks back. Pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a strike here against Smith. Makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out.
Post 14 not out of it yet. Still have to try and limit the damage here. Keep it with 2 runs.
Reed on the mound. 4th pitcher tonight. Grounder by Smith over to the second baseman. Gonzalez throws it at Myers at first for the out. So now 2 outs. Advancing to third is Mock. It's the pinch runner for Kelman. So 2 outs, runner on third to bring up Burkhart. Bauer Burkhart tonight grounded to the pitcher. Doubled and later scored. Struck out looking and struck out swinging in his most recent at-bats. 2 outs, runner on third. It's 8-6. First pitch high and inside against Burkhart from Reed for ball 1. Reed trying to fix his grip by grabbing the rosin bag a bit behind home plate. Behind the pitcher's mound. Steps back on the rubber. It's a pitch, a fastball inside corner of home plate. Makes the count now 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, it's been quite evident that he doesn't feel like he has a good grip on that baseball right now.
Pitch, big swing and a miss from Burkhart for strike 2.
But he gets up on the mound and he delivers the baseball, and you won't hear a complaint out of him.
Told you just needed that rosin back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Burkhart. Reed trying to get out of the inning for Berkeley post 14, and it's fouled off the foot of Burkhart. And out of play, keeps the count at 1-2. It is 8-6 after 1 run has came across here for Leesburg post 34. So they now lead Berkeley post 14 by 2. Reed sets on the rubber to the right side of the mound. The pitch, swing and a miss, gets behind Ty Broughton, scoops it up, throws over to first. Jason Myers makes the catch for the dropped third strikeout. And that'll end this top of the 9th inning. It's 8-6 Leesburg over Berkeley, who's down to its final 3 outs and down by 2. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning now. Berkeley post 14 trying to come back as they trail Leesburg post 34, 8-6. Nick Harris for Leesburg still out on the mound, as it is Chase Herndon, Colin Reed, and Jack Reisenweber, the 2, 3, 4 batters due up for Berkeley post 14. So if you need a rally, you like at least the starting point that you're at, you just got to get to the finish line, and to get there, you need 2 to tie and 3 to win.
Yep, be real big here for Chase to get on base.
First pitch from Harris misses outside to Chase Herndon for ball 1. Harris sets on the rubber here against Herndon. The next pitch, a fastball, this time inside. Counts now 2 balls and no strikes to Chase Herndon. Herndon tonight 1 for 3. In his last at bat, he walked and got stranded on first. Next pitch, fastball right down the middle from Harris to Herndon. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 9th here in American Legion Baseball. The pitch, grounder down the first base line, and it just goes foul over the first base bag. Stone Lasinge was ready to make a play, but right at the last second it was called foul, so it's a 2-2 count. Harris waiting for Herndon to step into the box on the left-handed side. He does so. Catcher and Kelman sets up outside. Swing and a miss. Down goes Chase Herndon here against Nick Harris for out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th. So Berkeley post 14 down to its final 2 outs. Colin Reed up to bat.
Yeah, he just kind of threw that by him. It's on the outer half. You know, just a great pitch.
Reed, currently the pitcher for Berkeley post 14, takes the first pitch from Harris upstairs for ball 1. Steps back into the right-handed box. Harris is ready to go. The kick and the delivery, a fastball inside. Ball 2 to Colin Reed.
Harris just kind of came in and kind of quieted this post 14 lineup.
Pitch outside corner called a strike, so it's 2-1 to Colin Reed. Reed 0 for 2 today, but he's also walked twice. Harris sets the pitch. Upstairs at the shoulders, called strike 2 to Colin Reed. Reed not happy with that one. It's a 2-2 count with 1 out, nobody on base. Harris sets on the rubber, the pitch, and it's a ground over the first baseman, Stone Lasinge, and he makes the put out. So 1 more out needed for Leesburg post 34 to get the win. making the play there at first. Jack Reisenweber up to bat here for Berkeley Post 14, trying to get a 2-out rally started as it's 8-6 Leesburg. First pitch from Harris, breaking ball right down the middle for strike one.
Yeah, he just continues to pound the zone. Moves the ball in, moves the ball out, up, down, just making it hard on these hitters.
Reisenweber steps back into the box. 0-1 count. Pitch from Harris. Fouled off behind home plate. So now no balls and 2 strikes. So Berkeley Post 14 down to its final strike possibly here. It's Jack Reisenweber trots his way around the right-handed box before stepping back in. Pitch from Harris. Fastball high, just missing. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jack Reisenweber. Nobody on. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. The pitch from Harris. Inside, called strike 3. Down goes Jack Reisenweber. And Nick Harris gets Leesburg Post 34. Its 4th win of the year. They now improved to 4-0. Final score, Leesburg Post 34, 8. Berkeley Post 14, 6. We'll take a 2-minute break and then be back for the post-game show. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler, as well as Nick Verzolini, who we'll hear from with Berkeley Post 14 head coach Trip Tobin shortly as we welcome you into the post-game show. Hardball was played, and now it's time for the post-game show brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Over 120 years combined experience as accident, injury, and disability lawyers. Go to burkeandschultz.com or call them at 304-263-0900. We play hardball. As the final score, Leesburg Post 34, Rangers 8, Berkeley Post 14, Hornets 6. So Berkeley Post 14 falls to 5-3 on the year. Leesburg Post 34 improves to 4-0 in a hard-fought battle. Coach Byler.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just a great overall baseball game. You know, unfortunately, Post 14 came out on the wrong side of it tonight, but I think a lot of positive things for Manager Tobin to take and the team to take away from it. You know, I think Caleb Edwards came in here tonight and did exactly what they needed him to do. He gave him, you know, quality innings, gave him a chance, and then from there they went with just, you know, one guy at a time to try and get ready for the weekend. And just a great baseball game. I really enjoyed it.
As we now get into your game summary brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. And let's start here in that top of the first inning where it was Leesburg post 34 getting on the board early with a solo home run to right center field by Lasine to make it 1-0. After that, it was a pitcher's duel between Caleb Edwards and Ryan D. Martin for the most part up until that bottom of the fourth inning, and where the bats came alive for Berkeley post 14 to get a 4-run inning off 5 hits, and the two main ones were a RBI double there for Berkeley post 14 in that bottom of the fourth by Riley Bubb, followed by a 2-run home run to left center field by Jason Myers to get them that 4-1 lead. But Leesburg post 34 was able to take it right back there in the top of the fifth with 4 runs of its own off 5 hits, a double, single, a double, sac fly, a single, a double, and then a sac fly, and then a grounder to the pitcher to end that inning. But they took that 5-4 lead, and Berkeley post 14 in the bottom of the fifth took it right back with 2 runs off 2 hits there in that inning. Also, 2 walks were a big issue there for Charlie Krebs as well, but then it became that 6-5 score. But after that, only 3 more runs came across, and it was in favor there for Leesburg post 34, adding 2 in the 7th to take the lead, and that was due with a hit by pitch, a walk, and an RBI double by Franis, and 1 more there in the 9th inning for Leesburg to get that 8-6 victory. As I said, they now improve to 4-0, and Berkeley post 14 falls to 5-3, and it looks like Nick Verzolini does have Trip Tobin down there, so we'll send it to them for the interview. Take it away, Nick.
Thanks, guys. Down here with head coach Trip Tobin. Coach, not the result you wanted in terms of coming off on the losing end, but a really good Leesburg team, and you guys really battled. Oh, yeah. I got to face that way. Okay. Can you hear me now? All right. So not the result you wanted, Trip, but overall a good performance for your team against a really good Leesburg team.
Oh, they're a great team. I mean, like I told you both times today, they were going to hit the baseball and push our buttons. We played great baseball. We played right with them. I mean, they have a lot of college commits over there, and it's just showed our guys what they need to do at the next level. Caleb, said, hey, there's a lot of guys over there commits, but I'm going to have to do that next year. College came in and really battled, give us one heck of a chance to win. They never really got on him until the 3rd time through, which could be a little bit our fault, but his pitch count was down and he wanted to battle. And what I really liked about it was when he gave up the 4 runs there, he said, I want to go back out. So, Sammy and I were talking about just, shutting it down there, but, he wanted to go out on a better note, and we allowed that. I think he deserved that. So, and we battled at the plate for the most part. We cut the strikeouts down. Those guys came with, 3-4 guys that threw mid-80s all night long, and our guys just stayed in there and hacked at it. And we had some really good barreled the ball up pretty good, and we had a shot. We really had a shot to beat this team, and I think it just shows how the growth, how good this team can be.
You had some good performances at the plate. Riley Bubb, Cameron Moore, Myers hits a home run. What was it like to see those performances out of those guys against some really quality pitching?
Well, we really, we're going to need that all year long as we move forward. Legion baseball is really becoming a sport, a tough. With the good guys coming there to play, the next level guys are coming there to play. At this level, you don't see a tremendous amount of the 18U travel, so Legion's kind of the place to be, especially Virginia and Maryland. They have a tremendous amount of teams and a lot of talent there, as you can see. Those guys could play. You look at their roster, they play for the Canes or the Team USA and all these different things, but here they are, the Legion team for Leesburg, and to see our guys compete with them just tells you how far the Legion has come over the last couple of years and how far this program's come to be able to compete with a team like that has been around for so long.
You're able to get a lot of different pitchers out there on the mound, and most of those guys throw pretty well, and to get them kind of ramped up as well, I'm sure it had a big reason try to get a lot of different pitchers in.
Yeah, we got, to go over to Cumberland this weekend, we got to play 5 games. So, we got to play 3 on Sunday to win it all. Got to get seeded on Saturday, and we got a Sunday morning seed game, and then we have to play 2 more games to win it all. So, some of the guys that threw tonight are some of our Sunday guys. Some of the guys didn't throw tonight will be some Saturday guys. We're going to change it up a little bit. But, yeah, just want to knock the rust off for Daquan, get him back out there, knowing he's going to have a long stint on Saturday. And Reed had come up a little bit lame, and Morgantown was hurt a little bit, so he wanted to get out there and test that arm a little bit with 20, 30 pitches top. So he was just going to be a 1-inning guy. Then we was going to Stottlemyre, but Edwards went longer than we thought. That's why we didn't quite get Stottlemyre and Bohr in there tonight. But we were in a good spot with Stottlemyre if we could get the lead to close. So I thought we had put ourselves in a good situation, and Edwards gave us that opportunity, and it was just a great performance defensively. It's just fun to watch both teams out there just make tremendous plays all night long, error-free baseball.
All right, Coach, thank you, and good luck at Cumberland.
Thank you.
Thank you there, Nick and Tripp, as we will take another 2-minute commercial break here, our final one of the post-game show. When we come back, we'll give you the game stats as well as our player of the game. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
At Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths, we ensure your home is both beautiful and functional.
We've been taking care of our neighbors for over 25 years.
We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodeling, from start to finish, from design until installation. Whether it's countertops, cabinets, backsplashes, or full baths, we've got you covered.
Custom work done with care. We are Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices. And we've made buying a new car easier than ever with 1-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Welcome back to our final segment here of the Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson post-game show on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. Final score, Berkeley post 14 losing to Leesburg post 34, 8-6. As we get into your game stats, brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call them at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com, and it's Leesburg winning with 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Berkeley getting 6 runs off 8 hits and 1 error. As we start with the losing side, hitting wise, it was Cam Moore getting 2 hits, Chase Herndon with 1 hit, Camian Gonzalez with 1 hit, Riley Bubb with 2, Jason Myers with that 1 hit in the 2-run home run, and Hartman getting 1 hit as well. Pitching wise, Edwards went 6 innings, giving up 8 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned, with 2 walks and a strikeout. Quan Shipe had 1 inning pitched, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 of them earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Stevens, 1 inning pitched, off 1 hit, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And then Colin Reed, 1 inning pitched, giving up 2 hits, 1 run, that one being earned, and 2 strikeouts as well. As for Leesburg hitting wise, it was Miller with 1 and an RBI, Lager Slaughter with 1 and an RBI as well. Lasine with 3 hits and 1 RBI and 2 walks. Franis had 2 hits with 3 RBIs. Kelman 1 hit, 1 RBI. Burkhart with 1 hit, Yarborough, 2 hits and 1 RBI. Then Harris with a hit as well. Pitching-wise for them, it was D. Martin going 3 1/3, giving up 5 hits, 4 runs, all 4 being earned, having 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Krebs went 2 1/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned with 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. Yarborough going only that 1 batter he faced, giving up the walk. Then Harris came in, went 3 1/3, giving up only 1 hit, no runs, and 3 strikeouts with no walks. So he's going to be today's player of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. So congratulations to Nick Harris, who started in center field today for Leesburg, but ended pitching-wise getting the win for the Rangers, who improved to 4-0. So that's going to ramp things up here. What are your final thoughts, Aaron?
I just think great ball game overall. Like I said before, Caleb Edwards did a great job tonight on the mound for post 14, and then Harris was the difference. He came in, he quieted the bats, and post 14 just couldn't get anything going against him. So kudos to him.
So I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off here from P.O. Faulkner Park. For Avery Newport, who you'll hear from here in 90 seconds, as well as Dylan Bishop, John Alderton, Nick Verzolini, and Aaron Byler. Again, I'm Colin McLaughlin. Final score, Leesburg 8, Berkeley post 14 6, till June 22nd between Funkstown and Berkeley post 14 again at 7 p.m. here from P.O. Faulkner. Have a good rest of your evening.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Advanced technology, compassionate care. That's what you get with WVU Medicine General Surgery. Our expert team of board-certified surgeons at WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center combines state-of-the-art technology with patient-centered medical care. With 3 convenient locations, WVU Medicine General Surgery offers a variety of robotic and laparoscopic surgery options, featuring revolutionary treatments resulting in better surgical outcomes and quicker recoveries. For appointments, call 304-596-2150.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the Talk Radio WRNR studios here in Martinsburg for the Modern Realty Results post-game scoreboard show. Brought to you by Modern Realty Results. Larry DeMarco and his experienced team handle each and every transaction with honesty and integrity. Go to modernrealtyresults.com for more. My name is Avery Newport, and if you were with us all evening, you saw the Leesburg Post 14 Rangers get the win over the the Leesburg Post 34 Rangers get the win over the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, 8-6 there at P.O. Faulkner Park. And our next game broadcast will be next week on Wednesday, June 22nd at 7 p.m. We'll have another Berkeley Post 14 Hornets game for you. They play Funkstown that night from P.O. Faulkner Park. Pre-game will start at 6:40 p.m. and first pitch is scheduled for 7. Once again, our next game broadcast will be on Wednesday of next week, the 22nd, where the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets will play again versus Funkstown. And that was quite a game tonight between 2 really good teams in American Legion baseball. Now let's go and talk about some pro sports here. Got some championship action tonight in the NHL. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final is on right now with about 3 minutes left in the second period. And it's a barn burner out there in Denver. The Lightning and the Avalanche are tied at 3 goals apiece. Colorado had a 3-1 lead until two unanswered goals from the Lightning tied it up at 3. So that one has about 3 minutes left in the second period all tied up there on ABC and ESPN+. Now let's switch gears and talk some Major League Baseball. Lots of games in action today in the major leagues right now. The Braves and the Nationals are in action in D.C. We'll switch you to coverage of that game if you're listening on Talk Radio WRNR after I'm all finished up here. The Braves have a 4-run lead in the top of the 8th inning over the Nats 6-2 is the score right now. Some other games in action right now. The Yankees and Rays, two potential playoff teams. The Yankees have a 4-3 lead over Tampa in the top of the 9th. Yanks might be able to close that one out here in just a moment. The Orioles and Blue Jays are in extra innings in Toronto. Both teams are tied at 6 here in the top of the 10th. At the end of the 7th, the Brewers are pouring it on against the Mets. They lead at 10-2 at the end of 7. At the top of the 8th, the Red Sox have an 8-1 lead over the Oakland A's. The Pirates and Cardinals are all tied at 4 in St. Louis at the top of the 7th inning. The Padres have a slim 1-run lead over the Chicago Cubs, 5-4 in the top of the 5th from Wrigley Field. The Rockies have a 4-2 lead over the Cleveland Guardians at the end of 4 innings at Coors Field. And those are all the games that are in action right now. Lots of games have already gone final today. The Phillies were able to beat the Marlins in Philadelphia, 3-1 the final. The White Sox getting a blowout win over their Central Division rivals, the Detroit Tigers, 13-0. The final score. The Chi Sox also had 22 hits in this game compared to just 4 for Detroit, so a blowout win there. The Astros getting a road win against the Texas Rangers, 9-2. The Diamondbacks get off the schneid. They win at home, 7-4 over the Cincinnati Reds. And the Kansas City Royals in a rematch of the 2014 World Series. They beat the Giants in San Fran, 3-2. And the Twins get the shutout win on the road in Seattle over the Mariners, 5-0. One more game left to begin tonight at 10:10 p.m. It's the Battle of L.A. taking place at Dodger Stadium between the L.A. Angels and the L.A. Dodgers. And that wraps up all of your Major League Baseball action for today. And no game broadcast tomorrow, so I might as well mention it while we're here. Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Warriors and the Celtics is tomorrow night from the TD Garden in Boston, tipping off at 9 p.m. on ABC. The Warriors lead that series 3-2. So if Golden State were to win, they would win their 4th championship of the last 8 years. So that one tipping off tomorrow night on ABC from Boston, Mass. And that'll about wrap it up here from the Talk Radio WRNR studios in Martinsburg and the Modern Realty Results postgame scoreboard show brought to you by Modern Realty Results. Once again, the Leesburg Post 34 Rangers get the win over Berkeley Post 14. 8-6 was the final score from tonight's game. Our next game broadcast will be next Wednesday at 7 p.m. featuring Berkeley Post 14 taking on Funkstown. Pre-game coverage will begin at 6:40. First pitch will follow at 7. My name is Avery Newport. Thank you all so much for tuning in to American Legion Baseball tonight on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. And TV 10 on YouTube as well. If you're listening on radio, stay tuned because we will switch you to coverage of Washington Nationals baseball as they are in the top of the 8th inning with divisional rivals, the Atlanta Braves. So stay tuned if you're listening on radio for Nats baseball. Otherwise, that'll do it for me from the studio. My name is Avery Newport. Once again, thank you all so much for listening and watching. And we will switch you now to live coverage of Washington Nationals baseball.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Trips Flooring, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, the Heffley Motor Company, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, Mountaineer Kitchens and Baths, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.